class. They be tryna watch my mood, tryna steal swag. Whoa, 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 whoa. I got a big bag, I got them big mad. Gotta take them boys to school cause they skip class. They be tryna watch my mood, tryna steal swag.
What's going on, everybody, man? G-Day Hoop Scout, a.k.a. G-Day the Snowman on today. This is Shot Clock. Man, hope everybody had a really good Easter this weekend. You know, I did, of course. Pit Master. I was on the pit. You know, had a couple, threw some chicken thighs, some chicken breasts on there, some sausage links, some hot dogs, just some brats, some burgers. You know, made green beans on the grill, grilled green beans. Did some baked beans with some meat in it, with some, other stuff my grandma uses in there as well. Grandma's recipe macaroni and cheese, big hit. So Easter was cool. Went to church. It was good to be back at church. Good to see a lot of people I haven't seen in a while. And so, Easter went really well for your boy, man. Truly enjoyed myself this whole Easter weekend. Didn't do too much basketball or anything. On Easter weekend, I kind of distanced myself away from basketball just a little bit. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I did watch playoff basketball on Easter Sunday, NBA playoff basketball, and that did upset me because I seen a lot of travels. I seen some double dribbles. I seen some obvious backcourt calls, and a lot of these plays was even reviewed, and still no call on it. So I was just like, dang, man. And so kind of makes sense to why the kids who watch NBA try to mimic and do those things and then get upset, when they get called for traveling and all those other things that goes on. Hold on, my bad. Read my phone. So, yeah, that's my weekend, man. Don't know if the guys is going to hop on today. If they do, they do. If not, we're going to keep rocking. We got Christian Dudes coming on today later on. Going to make an announcement. Coach DJ Anderson may be on later today as well. He's supposed to be getting back with us to let us know if he can get on or not. Hey, happy Monday to you too, Miss Smith, man. Hope that you guys enjoyed your Easter weekend. Hope all was well. Man, if y'all didn't go to church, man, I hope y'all went to church. I truly do. Everybody needs Jesus in their life. So when I'm not basketball, that's me, man. Family, basketball, and then God. So that's the order of operations. God is first. But I mean, like, if I'm not doing something with my family and I'm not occupied doing something basketball, then I'm at church. That's what I meant when I said that way. But God is first. God's first in my life. But yeah, happy Monday. Hope everybody enjoyed the Monday. Me, an educator. I know not all schools was off today, but we was off. I was glad about that. Happy that we did not have to go to school today. So was really thrilled about that. Man, what else y'all got going on, man? Something y'all talk to me real quick. What all y'all got going on? I don't want to dive in too much because then I don't want to get done super early just in case the guys do start to log on a little bit here. I know everybody has other things going on in their lives at times, and so everybody can't always hop on. I know my guy Coach Ant gonna hop on here in a hot second, for sure. And so, man, what did y'all do for Easter? Did y'all? I don't know if y'all have little ones. Y'all maybe did like Easter egg hunt. Those are things that never did with my kids. And when I kind of look back on it now, now that they're older, have a son, sophomore college, daughter was about to go in the 9th grade. When I look back on it now, I'm like, maybe I should have let them enjoy their childhood a little bit of fantasy, Easter Bunny type deal. And then even like Chris, like we never did Santa Claus for Christmas ever. I'm not letting nobody take credit for any gift that I'm buying for my children. So, or my godchildren, my nieces, nephews. Um, so it was never it was never Santa Claus gave you this. It was always from mom or it was from dad or it was from uncle, goddad, whatever the label is. That's who the gift was from. Same thing, Easter. We did do some Easter baskets, but it was ones that we made ourselves. It was never go out to the store, buy the basket where the plastic wrap is all over it with a bunch of candy and all that. No, the Easter basket had some stuff you need in there, especially like older. Like we haven't done it in a while, but like my son first got into like middle school, high school. Um, Definitely like make sure, hey, Easter basket got deodorant, toothpaste. Hey, these things you need. You getting older, stuff like that. Maybe some money in there here and there. Same thing with the tooth fairy. We didn't do no tooth fairies. But when I look back, man, I kind of feel like maybe I should have let them enjoy childhood just a bit as far as the fantasies go. But I didn't. Can't change it now. Um, they appreciate it, so they cool. I just know that around these times in school, especially my son, a lot of fights, a lot of arguments, upsetting other children. Telling them no Santa Claus, telling them ain't no such thing Easter Bunny, telling them, oh, it's just your mom and dad can come in your room, put a dollar on your pillow when you go to sleep, tooth fairy type deal. We just always kept it real. Never did no baby, no goo goo gaga, none of that stuff with the kids, no baby talk. Always talk to them like regular people, man, because that's what they are. So real eggs or candy filled egg hunt. I've never done either with my children. Now I can remember we did one, and I think the reason why we stopped doing one because I got a lot of cousins, like a lot of first cousins. Like we was a tribe, and so when everybody used to go to my grandma's, it was a lot of us, over 20 of us, over maybe almost definitely over 20. I was about to say 30, somewhere in that ballpark though. And so sometimes some blows got thrown. So we kind of cut that out, and I think that kind of went into the raising or the rearing of my children in that manner as well. Chill, the Easter egg hunt, older kids with money, lotto tickets. One kid won $300 off a $1 ticket. Oh, man, that's what's up. What's going on, Coach Pat? Man, yeah, Coach Ant probably out delivering some tamales. You never know what he got going on. Shout out Coach Dwayne. He said, they did the big down here in Beaumont area. That's what's up. Mr. Simpson, what's going on, man? How you doing? Hope Jake is doing well. I hope college is going well for him as well. For those of you tuning in, like I said, we got a special guest coming on later on. High school athlete is going to make his announcement right here. It's going to be the second player to make their announcement on where they're going here on the shot clock. Really thrilled about that. Excited for him and his family. I have no clue, so I can't give y'all no hints. I can't make no little graphics because I have no clue. So I don't know where he's gonna go. I got a couple questions I'm gonna hit him with. And we're gonna have some fun. We're gonna have a good time. But yeah, man. Easter was great for all of us. Trying to stay away from the basketball talk because there's some things I want to bring up, and I'm hoping that they hop on here before we get or after, especially after our special guest comes on. And then we may have another special guest, Coach DJ Anderson. He's recently coaching 15U for Live On, Randy Livingston's EYBL team based out of New Orleans. And so he's supposed to be making an announcement as well. But I know he's kind of busy also. So it'll be interesting. It will be interesting to see if he can make it. Hopefully he can. He got some big news to share with you guys as well. But man, yeah. What's going on, Arch, man? Arch, man, I may bring you on because none of my counterparts They acting like they scared. No, I know some people are busy today. They got a lot of stuff um, going on right now, and so here in a second, going to have a special guest come on. While I'm waiting for them, I am going to send you an invitation, Arch, to hop on if you have time or if you're available. You can hop on. If not, I understand as well. It's no big thing, man. Let's see. Forever Young Fields. Boom. Hit up my guy, man. Yeah. I'm gonna try to bring on Coach Arch. Yeah, I'm trying to bring him on. So the next event that I'll be in Louisville this coming up weekend for the second live period. That's where I will be. Daughter's gymnastics is done. Um, shout out to her. It didn't finish the way that she really wanted it to go, but sometimes that's the way it goes. And she understands and knows that she got to work harder to get to where she want to go. She ain't complaining. She's not blaming nobody. She stepped out of bounds when she went on the floor routine, and then she slipped on one of her flips and fell as well on the floor routine. And so it was more so the floor, and that's what she scores highest at is the floor on her floor routine. And so that score that she got on that floor routine knocked her down. She still got a medal because she still finished top three in one of the events, but everything else after that came after so she did floor event second. So everything that came after the floor event, that was still kind of weighing heavy on her, and gymnastics is such a mental sport as well as the physical. Same thing with basketball, man. It's a lot of mental that goes into playing sports, and I think that a lot of times that young players and prospects and athletes, when that mental block comes or when that mental part, takes hold, it's just kind of like, just skip doing everything else. Like I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna do it half-ass. Pretty much, I'm not gonna really give my all. Or if I do give my all and I do make a mistake, I kind of hang my head a little bit and I just don't push through it like I normally would. So that mental part is tough on everybody. But the thing, like I said, the thing that I loved about her and the thing that I loved about it all was the fact that she was able to know that, hey, I made those mistakes, I messed up, and so those are things that I gotta fix, and things that I gotta do to get better. And that's it, man. And so, gymnastics, yes, gymnastics is more expensive than grassroots basketball. Definitely. Definitely. And I can also say this, they put in more time towards their craft as well. Like she's at practice right now. And so like her season's done, but they still practice 5 days out of the week. And they practice for 4 hours straight. So that's 20 hours of practice in 1 week. And then her events only last from the beginning of January, and then nationals is the middle of May. So you're practicing basically May all the way through December, and you're still practicing during your season of January, February, March, April. You're still practicing those 5 days a week. So they put in a lot of time to only have what she had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She has 7 events. 7 events. That's it. Just 7 events. So imagine no high school. So imagine there's no such thing as a high school basketball team. And so your kid is just putting in work, putting in work, putting in work, putting in work 5 days a week, 4-hour practices straight, like coming dripping sweat every single day, mentally tired, physically tired, doing a lot of repetition, a lot of repetition, a lot of repetition, that it just becomes just straight up muscle memory, and but only play 7 tournaments out the whole entire year. Um, and then gymnastics, the events, like the meets only last maybe an hour and a half to 2 hours. But her actually doing stuff is not long. So like floor routines are anywhere from 45, anywhere from 50 seconds to a minute, 30 seconds is like the time for floor routines. Then the time that you get on the beam, on the balance beam, you only get a minute, 15 seconds on the balance beam. And then you got your bar routine that only lasts maybe like 25 seconds. And then the vault, all you do is run down and flip. So, really you only maybe events last maybe 6, 7 minutes total. Do 4 events, but you're there for like an hour and a half, 2 hours. And so put in a lot of work for just a little to do something in just a little amount of time. And and these are things I'm telling my son, like, man, imagine if we made you do that for basketball. Like, yeah, you play, collegiate basketball now, but just imagine when you were younger. Imagine if when you were younger, if we made you go through 20 hours a week straight of skill drill practice. 20 hours. So that's 4 hours a day for 5 days out the week. You get your 2 rest days before them other days. You in the gym for 4 hours straight nonstop. You putting in work. You can't complain. You can't cry. Like gymnastic coaches is tough. They fussing at you, getting on your butt if you make mistakes. And so imagine doing that as basketball and then going out and performing. I think we will see a big difference within the kids. Coach Ant, what's going on, man? Can you hear me? Ant, can you hear me? I don't even know if he realized he young. Maybe he don't realize it. He said, "Wow, it's like track and field." Yeah, I tried out for track when I was in middle school. And I thought this is just no, I can't do this. There's a lot of running for nothing. That's how I felt at the time. I'm doing a lot of running for something that I'm only going to, run for like maybe 15 seconds at the arm of the event. You know what I'm saying? Like at that time, middle school, maybe like 15, anywhere from 13, 12 to 15 seconds. But no, that's it, man. I don't think Ant can hear me. I know y'all can hear me because y'all been responding. Rob, can you hear me? All right, Rob was probably asleep. That's cool.
Hey man, golly, bro. Dang.
Ant can't hear. Look, he has no clue what's going on right now. Look, I can't hear you. What you doing, man? Ant over there cussing somebody out in an email right now. It's all right, man. It's Monday. We're supposed to be excited. Jesus Christ has risen. He is Lord. He reigns supreme.
Oh,
We're supposed to be in Easter season. What, Rob?
Good evening, sir. I ain't even said that.
How you doing, man?
Golly.
How you doing? Woo. Rob, how are you, my brother?
I'm blessed, sir. I'm blessed. Thank you.
That's good. That's good, man. Rob, how was your, since you wasn't on the show 20 minutes ago when it started? Rob, how was your weekend, Rob, man?
Nah, my weekend was good, man. I spent time with my kids. Got my mind together. Had a rough week last week. You know what I'm saying? But, it's always good to be around good energy. So it was good. It was good. I know I missed I'm 20 minutes late, but I do want to say I do want to send some prayers up to the young lady. Her name is Aaliyah Gales. She was a McDonald's All-American. She got shot like 4 or 5 times.
Oh yeah, the house party. I seen that.
House party, yeah. So she in like critical but stable condition. Just wanted to send some prayers up to her. I was reading that story earlier.
Definitely.
Yeah. So
definitely.
but yeah,
man.
weekend was good, man. Weekend was good.
Definitely, man. And that's why I had seen that too. And I was telling my son, I said, see, that's why I didn't used to let you go to house parties. But just for little silly stupid stuff like that, man.
Yeah.
And then but me, I know me as a parent, like that house is going up. I don't care. Police there, who there, I don't care. Like
Yeah. Facts.
that, and so that's why I'm always thankful that never have to been in that situation. Let me put myself down, man, because y'all low. There you go. There we go. There we go. There we go. But yeah, man, supposed to have a special guest. Supposed to be on. He ain't logged on yet. Waiting for the special guest.
Oh,
to hop
yeah.
in,
Okay. Yeah.
Look, yeah, see, man. Rob trying to catch up on sleep. He don't know what's going on right now. Coach Ant, man, what's up, man? What you doing? Hey, man, I'm getting on everybody. Coach Ant ain't paying me no attention. He got on the Tiger Woods smiling Nike hat right now.
Yeah, I don't think he can hear you.
But it's good, man. My guest has arrived. So I'm finna Rob done froze, man. Dang. Rob went to sleep. His internet just went to sleep on him. Dang, man. Oh, hey, Rob back. What's up, Rob, man? You good?
Man, shut up, man.
Hey, man, don't be mad at me, brother. Yo, you froze up for a hot second. That's all.
This guy, man. I missed you too, Jill. I missed you.
Yeah, man. You know what it is, man. What's going on, Mr. Jordan? I seen you was down there putting that work in this weekend in Dallas. I hope your Easter went well, also. So, Rob, before I bring my guest on, quick question. Do you allow your kids to participate in Easter egg hunts and Easter bunnies and all that other stuff?
I mean, they didn't this year, but
Okay, I can't.
No, let me say this.
Go ahead.
I let them do I let them participate. I mean, me and their mothers let them participate in different commercialized holidays. I also explained to them the meaning of said holidays as well. I sit them down
I got you,
and
man.
I talk about the meaning of the Easter Bunny, and I talk to them about the resurrection and things like that. But yeah, I don't want to be the.
No. Hey, man, I can't knock nobody for what they do. I just know how I raise my kids, man. That's all. That's all. That's what I was telling the people earlier. Like, we don't do Santa Claus, never have. We won't do two fairies.
I remember you told me. Yeah.
No two fairies, no East, no none of that. The only thing that's real is tax day. So y'all get them taxes done. That's real.
Yo.
Y'all won't need the IRS coming after nobody. And if you're running a business, make sure you cross all your T's, you dot all your I's, you keep all your receipts. Make sure you do all that. Because you do not want to get audited. So make sure y'all handling your business. Make sure y'all paying y'all tax dues on time. Your quarterly state taxes. If you run the business, make sure that y'all paying them on time. Don't let them things rack up on you. But yeah, man, looks like my guest. Looks like he ready, man. We finna bring him on. Got some questions for the young man. Christian Dudes, what's up, man? What's going on, young man?
What's up? How y'all guys doing?
Man, I'm doing good, doing blessed, man. So, did you Easter egg hunt for Christmas? I mean, for Easter. See, look, I got the season. My bad. No. I got the season. Did you go Easter egg hunting?
No, sir.
Did you get an Easter basket?
No.
No, okay. Hey, man, hey, he might. Hey, we used to do Easter baskets with like money, deodorant, all that stuff in there, man. Cause he a young man, he didn't know. Hey, I need to be smelling nice. I need to be looking fresh for these young ladies. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, you just maybe want to take somebody out something. Christian, man, first and foremost, man, you had a really, really big senior campaign for Westbrook. Just for a little bit, just talk about that about this season. A lot of people had y'all like down at the bottom. Some people had y'all not even making playoffs. So just talk about like that and being a senior leader this year on the team.
Okay. So we came in, when I saw we was at the bottom, I was like, oh, wow. It was kind of like it was very disrespectful. And with that being said, we just had to prove why we deserve to be in the top, because the season before, we was up there. We was at number 3 behind Attach Seed and Summer Creek, so I felt like we could do even better. So when we came in, we worked hard in the off season. We were still rebuilding, only 2 seniors. So when we came in, we started off with hard early games before district. And when we started going on a little winning streak, we was kind of like, we think we got this. So next thing you know, we came in straight right in the district and we started beating people. We went 5-1 first round of district. And that was like light to us because we kind of started having hope in ourselves. We started believing in ourselves and we started having team chemistry. And I was glad to be the senior captain of that, leading the team and trying to make my impact down low.
Okay, man. That's what's up, man. And a lot of people don't know, man, but you graced our top 10 plays a lot this year, man. You know what I'm saying? You had a couple posterized dunks, man.
Thank you.
And so, for people who never seen you play, like describe your game just a little bit to them, man. What am I coming to see Christian Dudes? What am I going to see?
You're gonna see 6'8", 6'9", athletic big man who will give his heart. He would try to give his heart. He would try to hustle. He'll do the stuff that nobody wants to do. I like to take charges. I like to dive for loose balls. I like post-ups, offensive rebounds. That's where a lot of my points would come from. Blocking shots. Got to make sure I'm leader in man or zone. I got to make sure that I'm just on tight defense because, that's where our system is. So.
Hey, man. A lot of people, kind of held you high your freshman year. Then after that, people start writing you off. And so just talk about that aspect, like from being considered like to a lot of people one of the top guys, and then everybody keep pushing me further down, man. And just talk about like your growth as a player, like the whole mental aspect of that.
Okay, so coming in as a freshman, I feel like I was one of the top guys, but I was out for a little bit, but it's all good. I knew that I had to come in with a different mindset. Like I had to come in like nobody owed me nothing. I just had to prove myself each and every time I stepped on the court again, and I just had to get back on my feet and get back right. So I would try to bust it each and every game. Junior season, I feel like that was a good getting off the ground season for me. I didn't make that much noise, but I feel like I made a little bit. And then senior season, I just had to stay mentally strong, all in all throughout, and just help with my team. So,
that's what's up, man. So I just heard you say 6'9". So that mean you still growing.
Hey, so I can't really help it. It's just like I just grow so much. Like I remember from 6th to 7th grade, I would hit a growth spurt. I went from 5'6" to 5'10", and then 5'10" to 6'2" from 7th to 8th grade, and then 6'2" to 6'4", 6'4" to 6'6". I just kept on growing, and I guess now I'm still growing, even though I'm only 17. So.
Hey, yeah, still a young player. Um, and so I know you about to make your decision and you're gonna let the world know. But did it ever cross your mind to maybe I want to try this unsigned senior, AAU two live periods? Did that ever come across your mind as part of the decision, or was it no? I'm just gonna go ahead and take, what's on the table.
No. Unsigned senior ball never came across my mind. If it did, it was just like something slight, but it wasn't really a big thing that I really wanted to do. After my last year, I was like, hey, this is my last year you game, and I feel like I left it on the court. So after that, I didn't let it cross my mind.
Okay. So in the house, who's the best hooper in your house, man? Hey,
Um,
remember you gotta sleep there.
I got two pretty good male hoopers in my household. They both did like two different things, but they were both on that block though. And
Mm-hmm.
my dad taught my uncle, when he was
Yeah.
younger, how to play and how to be physical down there. But to answer your question, for the sake of me staying here, I'm gonna be quiet right now. I can't say.
Good else.
Man, you supposed to be like, I'm the best hooper, man.
It's a good else.
Rob, man. Hey, I know you like to do the this or that, man. Rob, before you get into that, you got any questions for him?
Um, how you felt about the last game in the playoffs? Like, how was that game? Because I feel like that was an interesting game. That was one of the best front lines you had played the whole year, probably in a couple of years. How you felt you matched up in that game? I'm sad I didn't get to see it, but it was a pretty good game. Like, just talk about that.
Okay, so we came in against Dickinson. I think they was ranked 6 when we played them. So I had my mind right because I feel like I had a lot of high expectations that game on how I should perform and all of that. So I was mentally locked in already, and I feel like my team really needed me to be there. Because if I'm not mistaken, they had 2 Texas A&M commits, and they said it's going to be physical. So I was like, let me bring it because I'm not trying to back down from anything. So as for me and my team, we came out there early, and it was grimy. It was very scrappy, and we competed. And then third quarter, we were still competing. We actually was up by I think 11 or 9. We had them, and then threes bounced that way, and then it just started going south from there. But we still fought to the end because that's one thing our coach be trying to teach us. But I feel like I matched up pretty well in that game. I feel like I really held my own, rebounded, made some highlight plays, and I just did me. So.
Okay. All right, Rob, hit him with the this or that, man.
Oh man.
Hey, man, I like putting Rob on the spot, man.
Yeah, he do. He do a lot. I'm gonna start out with this question because I always ask this question: LeBron James or Michael Jordan?
Okay, that answer changed up so much over the years. I always started out with LeBron, and then during quarantine, whenever The Last Dance dropped, I was like, man, I didn't realize that Mike was this magical. And then I really thought about it, and I was like, I gotta go back with Brian though because he's a one of a kind player. What can I say? So
man, I don't want to bring this. I don't want to bring this man on, but here, LeBron. This is a LeBron fan, boy. I know you made him so happy. Look, oh my goodness.
Hey, he know what it is. He know what it is.
He gonna come back.
He know what it is. He said it. He's a one of a kind.
He can handle the ball and everything. 6'8".
Kobe imitated Jordan. Nobody would never be able to imitate LeBron.
All right, Rob, what's next, man?
Okay. Yeah. Would you rather get a highlight dunk or a highlight block?
Ooh. From my season, I read a highlight dunk. I seen how it motivates the crowd and how the pace of the the pace of the game just changes because it gets ecstatic in there when somebody gets a highlight dunk.
Okay.
Would you rather win a game in Beaumont at home or in Houston on the road?
It's something about them road games. It's like when you take the road games and you take all their fans out. It's like you're silencing the haters, and it's just something about that. It's like when you silence the haters and then everybody else quiet, and then you walk out just with a grin on your face, just secretly walking out. It's just something special about that. So I'd rather just win on the road.
Okay. Individual workouts or 5v5.
Okay. For some reason, I feel like these could tie into each other, but just starting off, I would rather do an individual workout, because if you don't know what you're good at, you got to work on it. So I feel like the individual workout is just you're able to mess up and just get better. So I go with the individual. And once you do the end of work, then you can bring it to the 5-on-5 court. But for now, I just go with individual workouts.
Okay. So before Rob gets to his next question, hold on. Before he gets to the next question, I know you got some little cousins, right? And so, do you ever play against them one-on-one?
Yes,
I know they smaller, but do you ever like block their stuff across the street, like?
So sometimes I can play against them in the hands where I have blocked.
So if they getting buckets and they bragging the next play, you like, I'm finna send this. Are you that big cousin? Or are you like, I'm gonna let them go ahead and win this game, man?
I have both in me.
Okay.
I have both in me sometimes. Sometimes I'll be like, all right, let me let him build his confidence, and then sometimes you gotta humble him a little bit. So
definitely. All right, Rob, my bad. I just want to ask that real quick.
No. The last question. NBA YoungBoy or Lil Baby?
Oh, I don't listen to rap music. So.
Oh, you don't listen? Okay. No secular.
So hold on. So what gets you pumped up for games? Like, what do you do? Like silence, like yoga, like meditation, like how do you get yourself focused?
I do silence. Sometimes I go in the corner and pray, and I just really get locked in so I can get ready for the games. So.
Okay.
Respect it.
That's my best focus.
Yep. All right. Hey, man. Christian, we want to thank you for hopping on. But before we let you go, man, underneath that Under Armour jacket is something going on. And so, we're going to let you announce to the world right now. Y'all going to hear here first on the shot clock. Christian, man, take it away, man. Where you going?
Okay, I've been working hard for this for so long, and after dedicating a lot of my life to this, first I would like to thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. He's really brought me through and helped me see the light. So I have nothing underneath the jacket, but I will be further in my athletic and academic career at Paris Junior College. Go Dragons! Yeah.
Hey, that's what's up, man.
Hey, congratulations.
What made you choose them over all the other suitors? Okay,
so the coach, when I first talked to him, I really liked him, but the visit really was like the icing on the cake. When I went to the visit, I like the atmosphere, and it's like nothing better. I was welcomed in by a lot of different people. I even met the president. I met a lot of different people. I met a teacher. I even met, they have like student ministry, Bible study and stuff. So they had all that, and that really just took it away because I really liked it. And then I met some of the players. The players seemed pretty cool, and I feel like it's a place for me to spend some years or a year.
Yeah, man. once again, man, congrats, man. I hope that you enjoy yourself in Paris. Hope that you get there and you grind it out. You work hard, because JUCO is a grind. It is. Um, it's a different type of beast, different type of monster. You're still young. You know, you said you 6'9" now. Hey, by the time you leave JUCO, you might be 7'1". Um, you just never know. But hit them weights
Yeah.
and go down there and bust people's butts, man. Like, just have fun. Have fun while doing it too.
Facts. We rooting for you, man.
Sir. Thank y'all. Thank y'all.
Yep.
Thank you.
Anybody else you want to shout out, man? Family, friends, high school coaches, trainers, whatever. Go ahead.
Okay. First, I'd like to thank my parents for that. As for relationship wise, they've been there for me, supporting my journey for a while. My mom and my dad, and then my uncle. My uncle played a big part in my growing up years. We had Melvin Dews, my uncle Melvin Dews. He really helped me out training and all that, And then, my high school coaches, Coach Butte, Coach Rouse, Coach Young, Coach Bellany, Coach Michael Thomas, all of them. They played a big part. And Houston Defenders. They helped toughness and going against all of that.
That's what's up, man. Once again, Christian, man, congratulations. Salute to you. Salute to your peoples, man. They're good peoples. They keep it real and they keep us laughing as well. So I can only imagine how family gatherings be, with all of y'all together. But yeah, we're rooting for you, man, and we wish you the best. Hope you have a great collegiate career, man.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me on the show.
Oh yeah, no problem. Anytime, man. Anytime you want to get on here, just contact us, let us know. If it's during your journey while you at JUCO, if you just want to kind of share with the world, hey, like this is different. You really got to work and just kind of show kids, because a lot of young kids honestly have no clue what it takes to play at any next level. It doesn't matter what it is. And so, like I said, you're welcome back anytime, man. Be blessed.
Yes, sir. God bless you too.
Sir. So that was Christian Dews, man. Made a big announcement. It's going to Paris. We salute him. Congrats to him. Congrats to his parents. Congrats to his uncle. Congrats to everybody who's been behind him the whole time. Pushing them. Never let him quit. Never let him give up, despite being injured. All those different things that played into his high school career, man. Shout out to all those people, man, and for them for keeping us abreast with how his progression was going along, what schools were talking to him, all those different things, man. So we just salute him and his family, man. G Dot Baller Plug, what's going on, man? You and Mr. Jordan was in Dallas working, I see.
Yeah, but real quick, shout out to Mr. Dews. Always been a supporter of the show. Always keeps us rolling on the tweets. We appreciate their family for, letting our national family have an experience with their nephew. So with all that being said, yeah, we was in Dallas. I ain't gonna tell you what I saw in Dallas, but we was in Dallas.
You gotta tell us what you seen in Dallas, Gary. The people want to know. People want to know
Blake
what you saw.
Griffin 15s are really, really, really good.
Okay.
Like they got two over there that might follow that KJ Adams, Damian Collins route.
Hey, yo, throwing out some names right now.
They playing front court, but they got a little skill set to go with them. I'm pretty sure all the national high schools don't know about them yet because they ain't done their research. But
Well,
they
we got a national high school right here, man. Bring them on down here, man.
I'm gonna hit
Yeah,
PJ up when I get off the phone. When I get off the show.
bingo.
Hey, Mr. Jordan, chill.
Mr. Jordan said, "What happens in Dallas stays in Dallas."
Hey, yo.
Except for STDs. they come back. They come back with you all the time.
Hey, yo, this man got on the
Archie, is that the first sentence?
Exactly.
That was the first thing that popped in my head.
Man, Coach Ed, Art said you don't know how to play no piano. We seen the piano in the background, man. He said you don't
Actually, I do know how to play
piano,
the piano. Actually,
Okay, I saw it back there. I was like, man, look at Ant getting back there, getting his Ray Charles on.
I feel you. Is what's called in the studio, G-Day?
No, he ain't logged on yet. He ain't logged on. So, Arch, man, you was in Indianapolis.
Yeah.
You went to Adidas. Just talk about it a little bit, man. Everybody, some people have never been to Adidas circuit event, so.
Well, one question that I got last year a lot that I've been getting this year too is like, what's the difference? Like, there is a huge difference between 3SSB and Gold, right? Specifically in terms of like the coaches in attendance. So you can't walk through the 3SSB without bumping into a coach, period. Like, they are everywhere. And I met people from Ole Miss. The Ole Miss coaches are ecstatic about Amari coming, right? LSU, Stanford, every D1 that you can think of, they're there. But when it comes to the Gold, there were some college coaches there, but there was a lot more lower level. And when you saw the D1s like the Baylors and the Texas Techs and, you know, people like that, they were there to watch somebody specifically who just happened to be on a Gold team. So, I mean, it was a lot of action. I saw some good basketball. I saw some bad basketball that made me thankful that I don't coach no more. But that's kind of par for the course. You know, that's youth sports in general. So.
Yeah, no, definitely, man. I'm glad that you got to experience it. I know we talked about it before, being able to experience all three stops.
Right.
And so, you know, hopefully one day you get that, man. But I'm definitely glad you got to experience that. I like to tell people that it's good to go to all three in one season to really see the difference.
Man, you can't do that unless you got an Extra Eyes media pass, bro. They don't be showing. They don't show Forever Young no love.
I can sneak out into anything that's not nice. Like, let's go. Like, but you definitely see, like in Dallas. Dallas was a key hub to see all three circuit members, like, and how they operate. And you definitely learn. You learn early, because I think my first Adidas gauntlet, they had Rossi at the front door at the Mansfield gym, and I was just like, "Oh, we good."
Yeah, right. Mansfield, USA.
Yeah, we good. Then once we get good at the Adidas gauntlet, guess what? Rossi and leaves BU, and BU, you know, they level up in their way, and then we don't have no more plugs at the Adidas gauntlet until I met Miss Nina, and it's been
shout out to Miss Nina.
Yeah, Miss Nina, that's the only person you need to know.
I don't think you're allowed at the UA anymore. Somebody had me banned. We're not gonna talk about that though.
But yeah, man, I'm gonna let you guys get back to work. I was just
mute your mic, bro.
Is that Ant?
Yeah, and always at practice, man.
45-year-olds in the gym hooping.
See, look, Ant, if you always in the gym, that's how I know you don't know how to play no piano. But nah, bro, I just wanted to support you guys, bro. Anytime y'all call me on, I'ma always try to be there for y'all. Love what y'all doing, support what y'all doing. I try to watch whenever I can, man. I gotta get out of here. So I just wanted to peek in, man, just to show love because y'all show me love, man, and I'll catch y'all in the gym.
Make sure you stay on. Make sure you stay on. So what you about to do next? You gonna need to get your questions in.
Well, okay, you know what? Well, just put me backstage, and I'll raise my hand like the Twitter Spaces that I don't know have magically disappeared.
Disappeared. Yeah, they disappeared.
They had a strong week and a half though.
They went away. Yeah, definitely, man. Coming up next, we got what you talking about, Willis.
I'm gonna be in the car though. Just letting you know I'm gonna be in the car.
Oh man,
in the Tesla truck.
In the Tesla truck, man. That it pulls. Hey, the truck pulls up to him. It don't. You ain't even. He's right now. He's stunting for y'all by walking to the truck. He could really just stop and hit a button and the truck pull up.
Well, he's talking to the car right now. What happened?
Talking to the car. How many people you know can talk to their car and the car door it opened up by? He didn't even touch it with his hands. The door opened up by itself, and he talking to the car. Look at him.
Y'all both got on rocket fitted hats today.
Oh yeah, I'm G-Day the Snowman though today.
Yeah,
I've been rocking Jeezy all day.
This one I represented. You know what I'm saying? Gotta represent.
I went back old school G-Day. I went to listen to that old school Future that had Easter Pink on it, because I went and was on the streets is calling.
You crazy.
Well,
that's tough.
Old school, bro. Old school.
Willis, you ready?
Yeah.
All right.
That him! What are you talking about? What are you talking about, Willis?
What's good, world? It's Coach Anthony Willis, man. You know, it's been a minute since I've been on my What You Talking About Willis today. You know, I got some great news. I think it's already been out on Twitter, but I wanted to be the first person to talk to my guy, my mentor, Coach DJ.
What's
up,
what
I'm saying? My dude who got me into this game, man. Like,
can you hear me?
Years ago.
Can you hear me? Can you hear
me? Yeah.
Man,
so what's good, on, DJ, man? Oh, hold on. He got the merch on in the video, so he already flexing. One time for the city.
We said it today, but we didn't do it today. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up. What's up. So talk about it, man. Like, just, I know y'all had a really, really, really great year at PSAT. Overall, a lot of kids got a lot of recognition. A lot of guys got opportunities that they didn't get before. Y'all finished the season. Well, I know some people thought y'all weren't going to even finish the season, from that standpoint, so that's already a plus within itself. And just, let us know what the next move is for you and everything like that.
Well, I mean, it was a great season. A lot of the kids from where they come from and, where they were in terms of how the city looked at them and just kind of where they were in the game, just watching them come up. And so, we did it different. A lot of these preps, these schools, they'll try to, get, to rank this and to rank that. And we didn't do that. We took the kids that basically really wasn't nobody checking for. And so that kind of resonates a little bit higher in terms of, what people are, what we're capable of in terms of working with kids and showing a commitment to, taking the kids that you chose and getting them there. I mean, we did outstanding in terms of, every kid, or at least most of them are now on, they're being notified and as far as, they're kids in the mix now. Obviously, our kids got a long way to go. And they're still getting better every day, but they starting to be household names, and that was the whole point. Try to get them in a situation where they could, better themselves going forward and get themselves a chance to be successful. So we definitely hit the ball out the park with that. It just came down to a point where we're going to do the same thing. Game Prep Academy is going to do the same exact thing. We just can't do one aspect of PSAT, and that's going to be Dr. Green. We can't do Dr. Green. And I don't want to typecast him as a bad guy. We just got a real extreme differences in philosophy in terms of what we need to do as a basketball program and what we need to do academically. We just wasn't on the same page with that. So it's a choice really between my staff, Coach Ken, Coach AD, Coach Desmond, and even Coach Cartier, who didn't stay with us because of some of the stuff we're going to talk about. But those are the guys that I'm loyal to, because those are the guys that help me get the job done. Anybody saying that, hey, and I know people show me love and a lot of people know me and stuff, but even me and you, I never got it done by myself. You know what I'm saying? I always had guys that I trusted. I always had guys that supported me. And so those are the guys that helped me get this done.
What are some things that you feel like changed in the situation, for y'all that's going to help y'all going forward with everything?
What are some things that change and made us go this direction?
Yeah, like what do you think is going to help y'all this time around with everything differently?
Well, one, the coaches won't go 9 months without getting paid. That'll help. A lot of people don't know that. That's one of the reasons why we got to go on our own, because I personally did 9 months, no pay, not as much as a gas card. And so that didn't sit well, because that was a promise that was completely broken. So we're going to do a much better job of taking care of the people who take care of us. So, we definitely going to do that. Those guys put in a lot of hours and work their butts off. And I think, being honest with you, Dr. Green got us to a point where he knew we wasn't going to give up on the kids. And so we had to make a choice to basically go without, and I can't even explain to you how hard that was and how hard that still is, but we're going to make it, and it's going to be fine. But yeah, we got to pay our coaches. And that was one of the things that, me, it's not based on that, but that was one of the things that was promised. We were sold on what supposedly Legacy was not doing for their coaches. That's what we were sold on. PJ was over there sacrificing and it's just Nat, and they ain't doing him right, and I would never do you guys like that. Shit, he ended up doing us worse than that. You know what I'm saying? So that's first. And then the other thing is now that we really got to hold on. We really got to hold on what it is now. We know the competition. We didn't know the kind of competition we was going to be facing with guys like Colorado Prep, Sean Dumas, Spring Creek. I mean, Taka Storm. It's really high level. And then, adding some of the games that we feel like we're going to get this year. We know the climate that we're stepping in and what the level is. And so that's going to help us. And then just understanding that it's not as complicated as we thought it was on the academic side. And so, no, I just think we're going to, it's kind of like LeBron in his second year. We're going to win the championship.
Gotcha. So are y'all going to stay in the SWAC next year?
Yeah. We'll be in the SWAC.
Okay. Are y'all still going to be located in the Cypress area, or y'all going to be practicing somewhere else?
Yeah, we going to maintain everything we had because the truth of it, a lot of people don't realize PSAT was built by us. Gotcha. I mean, no disrespect to Dr. Green, but none of the kids, the gym, the contacts with the SWAC conference, all that was us. So we built the platform. Now, what's happened since then is what it is. But Dr. Green wasn't no basketball dude. He wasn't no savant. He wasn't, he ain't been in no gyms developing no kids. He ain't got no relationships like that. we built that platform, so it's easy for us to transition because we are the ingredients to the success.
Got you. The most question I think everybody, which Dr. Green had a good academic platform that helped the kids go to school and things like that. Very public with it. Very showed it. What academic are y'all going to be using? Because again, the success this year was good, and I mean his question for both is like, what is to keep the parents at ease with the academic situation? What school are y'all going to be using? Is it just going to be pretty much kids can use different homeschool?
Yeah. Well, basically, all of it, and now that I've gone through it, there's a dressing up part that was done because the truth of it is, all of it is online school, and the truth of it, what Dr. Green was providing, it was kind of like the basketball part. It didn't meet the specs of what was promised, and so we disagree with the academic side of it. I got a kid who's pursuing his master's degree, so he's already got his undergraduate. So my deal is, I'm going to definitely be about academics, or I'll be a hypocrite.
Gotcha.
But no, we strongly disagree with the academic process. Dr. Green was teaching too many classes. He had basically everybody in his family teaching classes, and the kids was doing school at night, because it was just, to me, in short term, it was a hot mess. And so but the kids they were the same way on the basketball court as they were in the classroom. They was working with it, and we got kids who want to go to school, so it's gonna be okay. They're protected by a lot of different things, but the school part that we're gonna use, it's online school, and we've given them 3 or 4 different options that will work, and they're gonna make the best decision on that. But we're gonna let them police that a little bit more than they were able to do this year, because I think they get it now. A lot of people don't know, but we've had a lot of opportunity to kind of explain to the parents, academically, these are your options, and the truth of it is, you can get the same thing. We were charging at PSAT, but you can get the same thing basically for free.
Yeah, you have the iSchool.
Yeah,
like in Dallas. You have one here in Houston that's at the Lone Star for $249.
No question.
You got the Texas Connection, which is free as well, that I was going to use when I had my school. I mean, even you can go to Lone Star. I know one of your kids, RJ,
and he might be doing the best out of all the kids in terms of being ready for college. RJ might be getting his degree in 3 years because of what he's able to do. So no, it's great opportunities out there for kids who want to be academic. And we're gonna let those kids explore those options. iSchool's one, Lone Star's one, another one. The one you talked about, Texas Connection's another. But and then we're gonna focus on the basketball part. But now we definitely want to do school, and the kids have to do school to be with us, and so that's not gonna change. And some kids, they might choose to stay at PSAT. I can't speak on that right now. Because these kids are still at school at PSAT as far as academically, so we can't really reveal disgruntled kids and parents at the moment, because we want to prevent transcript sabotage.
Gotcha. And Coach Budgeon, as long as they do anything with iSchool, Texas Connection, or any of those type of schools, they're all on the NCAA eligibility website. So when you do those type of homeschool courses, they're already on NCAA clearinghouse. So if it's anything that normal high school homeschool kids that already do, who go to UT, who go to Texas A&M, or anything like that, those same courses you can just get online yourself, and it's way cheaper. And that's the one thing that a lot of people don't know about the home.
They don't know.
So.
And maybe it was intended for them to continue not knowing, because but it is what it is. I think the evidence of what it really is and what it ain't in terms of what we was capable of doing, where the ball fell, it's out there now. And so, but no, I feel good about our contribution to what we brought to the table.
Got you. Okay. G-Day, Rob, any of y'all have any questions for Coach DJ? Forever Young, you got any questions?
I can't hear. I can't. What do you say?
DJ, who on staff over there with you?
Same guys. We didn't change nothing. The only thing we changed was Dr. Green.
Shout out the guys though. I mean.
Coach Ken Gamble, Adrian Dalton, Desmond Douglas, myself, and Cartier Martin. You know, those are the guys that we've been rocking with, and you know, all the stuff that went down and everything that happened. Shoot, we still tighter than OJ's glove, so you know it's all good.
I'm glad to hear. Congratulations to you and the staff.
Appreciate you, bro. You know, we plan to, you know, be similar to what we're gonna have. We're trying to have 2 post grad teams. If you guys see in the climate what's going on, we really gonna serve a purpose in this city, because as you see with the portal being such an influence in what's going on with college basketball, some of these kids gonna need an extra year. We want to provide that extra year to be on a level where it really prepares you to go to school that following year. This year we had basically a makeshift situation and we still got 4 of those kids signed. So we definitely could do it, you know, if we, you know, go out and recruit the talent and stuff like that, which is going to be a lot of kids. There's going to be a lot of kids that are maybe not ready to go to school just yet, that are talented. You guys know some of the names. And then, you know, we will have a national team, a regional team, and then it's a possibility we'll have a middle school team. I can't hear Archie.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I hear you, Coach.
Okay, so first off, I wanted to say congratulations as well. I think that's huge for the city. I think that it'll help keep our talent here in Houston, which I feel strongly about. So my question is, in terms of the post-grad, what are the qualifications? Because I know that there's been some kids that maybe went off to college and things didn't work out, and then they try to go to a post-grad and see if they can kind of get something going that way. So I was just trying to figure out what the qualifications were for post-grad.
Being honest with you, man, the college climate has grayed up the area so much, but I don't think every situation is the same. We probably would have to review the situation in terms of eligibility, because the key is not the year that he spent with us. The key is the years that he got left. You understand what I'm saying? Right. And then all of a sudden you also want to make sure that you are participating in fair play. If the competition that you're playing against is 1 year removed or 2 years removed, then you don't want to compromise the integrity of the game. So so it would be, you know, based on, you know, the individual situation of the kid, and so just to make sure that we don't compromise his ability to move forward after that. But now I feel like, you know, most of the kids that are in the Houston area that are in high school now, maybe a kid that had went to JUCO for a year, maybe it didn't work out and maybe need another year to showcase himself. I think those kids are definitely situational kids that we can plug in. But the typical situation is the kid who did 4 years of high school and need another year.
Right. Okay. And so in terms of like core classes, does all of those translate to any kind of college that a student would apply for? I know that there's been a situation where someone went to college and their core classes from one of the schools that they went to couldn't be applied, and so they had to kind of just go to school for a year and sit out.
Now you talking about a kid that's in high school come to us, or a kid that was in maybe a JUCO or a college, or?
No, I'm saying a kid that goes to y'all's prep and then wants to, once they go to college, does all of their core classes transfer over? Are they translatable?
So now on the post grad side, now here's the deal on it. I'm gonna talk about two things. On the post grad side, the kids, they determine their workload, how much they want to do. Obviously doing more than 9 hours, it's a different clock. So on the high school side, a lot of people don't realize you still only have 4 years to get your work done. Now you can have that, you can reclass and all that kind of stuff, and you maybe can come out in that 5th year, but you got to get your academic done, your core stuff done in 4 years. And so then that 5th year or that reclass year, whatever you're working on, dual credits or whatever, so post-grad kids, they could be taking, classes toward their degree already, or they could be not taking classes toward their degree. That would be pretty much on them. The only requirement that we have academically is on the high school side. On the high school side, they don't have a choice. They got to be taking classes towards because their 4-year process, that doesn't change. Whether it's UIL, TAPS, or if you're in the SWAC, you have 4 years to get your work done. And that now, if you're going to reclass or all that kind of stuff, or you need that extra year, use that extra year, you can take dual credits. But the NCAA says that you have to have your work done in 4 years.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
So DJ, y'all gonna recruit kids nationally, or is this just for the Texas, Louisiana region, or what's the plan for getting recruits on board and signed up?
I don't know. I'm not gonna say I'm a big recruiter. We don't necessarily want to just go out nationally and just build this, but I'm okay with where we was at. We're working with the kids that that we suggested in the beginning. Those kind of kids. A lot of times you compromise a lot of stuff when you go when you're trying to go recruit a top 60 kid in the country and this and that. Your program, it takes a shift in a different direction. And now if we decide that, that we understand what that is. But we didn't have that this year, and we were okay with it. I'm a big proponent in making sure that the kids we got here, that we don't step over those kids, and it's a plethora of talent here. So we didn't feel like we was not talented. We felt like we was extremely talented. So we don't necessarily say, hey, we're ready to go recruit this and recruit that, and we can get it done right here.
Yeah, because I didn't know nothing about Alan Tuck, Josh Ganyafe, J.O. It was another kid you had over there.
Devin Pryor.
Yes. He was hurt. He was hurt.
Cam Woodbury. A lot of those kids were in situations where.
Well,
I knew about it.
Well, Cam was in a situation where he was in Shadow Creek and everybody knew him, but he was playing so out of position. You couldn't get an honest look of what he was capable of. When we got Trent Burns, Trent was just sitting on the bench over at Cy Ranch, and when we met Devin Pryor, Devin was on the JV playing 5, and Jonathan was riding on the bench, and so we got a lot of kids like that.
Where was Jonathan and Devin Pryor?
Jonathan and Devin both was at Cy Ranch.
Cy Ranch on JV the year before.
Man, y'all, no, not all them kids. They was on the bench on JV.
Bro, a couple of weeks ago, I had mentioned something and was like, Cy Ranch would have had a chance at state if they would have been able to keep all their talent. Like they were deep.
Loaded.
Deep.
Loaded.
But
yes.
And the crazy thing is, it ain't the talent that you got; it's the talent you play. You gotta if they was smart enough to, in my opinion, because every great player that came out of South Fair, pretty much I coached them, and so in the past, and so they've always had talent. It's just for whatever reason they haven't been able to manage the talent that they have. I mean, I don't understand how a kid like Trent Burns, who's now making a name on the EYBL, couldn't play more than 2 minutes a game in a high school. 7-1.
In Houston. Houston.
I don't get that. Devin Pryor might be, and I coached De'Aaron Fox, I coached Kelly Oubre, I mean, I coached Wesley Awundu. I got 9 NBA dudes. Devin Pryor might be the most athletic kid I ever coached. That kid was playing the 5 on the JV, so it ain't about the talent you got. It's about what you do with that talent and the talent that you play. And so, those kids, we didn't do much other than give them the opportunity. And I mean, you work with them every day and you skill them and drill them and you give them the A's, B's, C's of the game. But the bulk of what we did was, hey, I believe you can do it. Here's your chance to do it. That first day when we first got those kids, they were so underdeveloped in terms of being capable of this and capable of that, and to see how they grew, it just came with opportunity and reps.
That's real, because I
don't care how much you sit. I don't care how much you sit. You can't learn sitting.
I wouldn't, bro. That if they was on JV, they JV was better than most varsities out here. It's not computing to me. But hey, you put them in a better situation, got more eyes on them, got more exposure on them. They play nationally.
And that's what this is really all about. It's just, it's our small contribution in trying to put this city on, put this state on, and put these kids on. And the truth of it is, it's so much talent. It's so much talent, but sometimes talent make people lazy. You can get it done without really working as hard as you can, because the kids are talented, but sometimes you just got to go extra. You got to go extra, and that's what I've been doing for 15 years. I just been doing a little bit extra, and the results are the results.
I respect that. So what else changed? Do y'all have details on like where y'all will be practicing?
Oh, as I said, nothing changes. Where we practice, because guess what? Guess who provided the gym? We did. So we don't change nothing.
Oh, well, when you control all the controllables, then you're not being controlled.
So hey, we don't change nothing. Our staff is the same. Where we practice is the same. We just change one thing.
I got you.
What the schedule gonna look like? Like, are y'all gonna play? Are y'all gonna be able to play locally? I know your national team. Y'all gonna go play in the SWAC and y'all gonna get tuned up for that. But we want to see y'all play in the city too, though, man. Like,
now we last year was our first year, so we did a lot of the preseason stuff, the stuff that G-Day did at the beginning. Yeah. Obviously, there'll be a lot of preseason tournaments and stuff that we'll play. We'll play in the SWAC, and now the SWAC has teams that's kind of, in the state and some out the state. So obviously we got to play that schedule. But no, we, be honest with you, no, we won't. And it would have to be in the preseason part of it. But no, ain't no question. We want to play the best of the best. We want to be, in the big games. I mean, I'll say it. As much as I love what some of those guys are doing, but we want to play Beaumont United. We want to play Duncanville. We want to play, that's what we're gearing our kids up to be. I mean, what's the point in playing on the Adidas circuit and Under Armour circuit and the Nike circuit if you're going to come back and you're not going to, continue that and go play the best? We want to play prolific. We want to play prolific here in Houston. Last year we tried to bite off as much as we could chew by playing some of the teams here. So now that's going to continue, and I think it's going to be even more, because I don't think a lot of people realize the SWAC's going to grow. You know, the SWAC's getting calls from BFL where Boncaro from Duke went. You know, Kanye's people up there, you know, on the East Coast, Donda, you know, wanted to get games with SWAC teams. So now the SWAC's gonna grow and we're gonna be a part of it. But hey, I need y'all's help. You know, hey, you know, you hearing it from me. We never want to duck anybody. We want to play. So if you guys can, y'all got a game that y'all want to see us in, shoot, hey, schedule it. Shoot, we'll be there.
Hey, you know what? And this is my thing. And this is the great tragedy in Houston or in greater Houston. The school districts are acting so weird about playing private schools and prep schools. Like, we really got to get away from that because it's hindering the kids. Them kids gonna leave if they don't leave anyway.
You do know why it is. You do know why it is, right? It's the same dude that want to walk with his girlfriend to the bathroom because he's scared that she won't come back. You know, the bottom line, man, you gotta let your girl go to the bathroom, bro.
G-Day, stop hanging around the bathroom.
If you're doing the right thing, hey, she coming back. You know, I got one of the most recruited freshmen in the country playing for me. The truth of it is, you don't think Alejandro, he plays for his country. You don't think Alejandro getting offered pro contracts and other schools calling Alejandro. The truth of it is, you do your best that you can, and then you hope that the kid stay with you. But if he can find a better situation than what you got to salute him. But the truth of it is, you do your best. The problem is that some of these schools know they're not doing their best. So they got to walk with their girlfriend to the bathroom every time.
Hey, I'm still in that. I like that.
While we on this topic, let me get my thoughts about, you know, everybody says Jacob is going to Link Academy. Shout out the good guys at Link.
Who going to Link, Jacob?
Yeah, you know, he tweeted out a picture that had a Link shirt on. So
yeah,
you know, speculation he's leaving Bel Air. Bro, half of these schools in Houston, ain't nobody calling you about your kids and your program. So that don't hurt us. Because you know why? We can go develop some more kids to play the Bel Air way, to play the way we always play, right? Jacob is a special talent. Nothing taken away from Jacob. But you think I'm mad at Link for coming to get? Nah. We're going to have some more you could probably come and get later on when it's all said and done. So, like, all that, you know, we don't own these kids.
No question.
Sometimes you gotta let kids evolve and grow.
No question. I mean, and that's the reason why, like, you know, we didn't have any say so, or we took away the say so of where these kids play summer ball. You know, some of them play for the Hoops, some of them play at Live On, some of them play T-Mac, some of them play with the Defenders, some of them play at Takeover. You know, the truth of it is people who want the control, and this is what we was dealing with at PSAT. This people who want full control got an agenda. That's just the bottom line. If you in life, if you always got a middleman, you can't get to the guy that you want. There's always a guy. That dude got an agenda. So you know, my policy is this: give the kids and the parents all the information, and let them as a family decide what it is that they want to do. Now, if they want some advice, or if they want some guidance on something, or they want further information, okay, come to me, I'll give it to you. But to be telling kids and parents what they should do and handcuffing them in terms of their opportunity. Do you know that two of our kids got invited to play with Colorado Prep in the grind session? Trent Burns played with Colorado Prep in the grind session, two or three games. And guess what? If you talk to Errol Burns, his dad, we endorse that because we want to see Trent Burns go as far as he can go. Now, do you know that if he does well enough, Colorado Prep might say, hey, you know what? Come be with us full time. But I'm not going to walk with Trent to the bathroom because guess what? I'm doing the best I can and I expect him to come back.
That's real.
And the truth of it is, he gonna be back.
That's real.
Yo.
Trust me. Trust me. Trust me. Keep walking with your girl to the bathroom. She gonna leave you anyway. I promise you that.
I got
Oh
one for y'all.
man,
I got one. What's that one kid that got away?
The one kid that got away.
Yeah.
Are you asking me a hypothetical question or some a particular kid?
No, for real. Like, you can't. Okay, I'll give you one. Can't walk to the bathroom with him, right?
Mm-hmm.
Brandon Love would be my one kid. Like
Brandon,
that. Yeah.
Oh, Brandon Love that came out of Bush High School.
Bush, yeah.
Now, and I know about Brandon. Was actually like Brandon, but when we started PSAT, we only had one senior this year. So we wasn't a program that was built on seniors, where a lot of the teams that we played had a bunch of seniors. We were the youngest team in the SWAC by far. And so we only had one senior. We didn't actually go after a bunch of seniors. And the reason it was because we knew we were trying to implement a program and it was going to take more than 1 year. So a lot of times seniors are going to dominate the situation. And so Brandon Love would have been a good one. No doubt about that. I liked his game, his body, his potential and stuff. But, we were in a situation where, with Alejandro being a 25 and Trent Burns being a 24 and Jonathan Ogunfuye being a 23, we had to make sure that, there was enough meat on the bone for those guys to eat.
G-Day, what's your one?
Oh, nothing, man. I'm excited. Cause I already know Coach DJ gonna bring them to the preseason jam.
For sure.
So that's I'm good on that, man. I'm gonna get to see him play at least 2 or 3 games here in the city, man. And
that wasn't a question.
No, you said what's my thoughts, man.
Well,
he said what one kid.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you one that y'all need to get on, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. I've been wanting to say this to somebody, and I'm gonna say it to y'all because I know what y'all stand for. In the what is the district that Clear Falls and all? What's that district?
District 24.
Okay. That's not. What's the name of the district? Is that Dickinson?
Yeah, Dickinson, all them, Clearbrook, Clear Falls, Clear League.
So the one that got away from me, he was the MVP of that district. Do y'all know who that is?
Alan Singleton.
Alan Singleton. Like a lot of people don't understand that. Alan Singleton didn't just bring it every now and then. Alan Singleton brought it every night. And Alan Singleton, to me, is a point guard. Like Alan Singleton is the kind of kid who, he don't just talk it, he walks it. He's just spewing energy. Remember how Elijah Lawrence was that came out of Bel Air? That's Alan Singleton. It's just that the pandemic and being 5'10" or whatever, it actually, just put such a damper on the situation. And Clear Springs did not participate in anything preseason. So He never got a chance to ever showcase in those situations like the stuff that you guys provide. But that was one that got away, in my opinion. Now he's gonna, I think he's gonna go JUCO or whatever, and he's gonna land on his feet. Kids like that always do. But Alan Singleton was the senior that we was gonna try to go for because, in terms of trying to build something from scratch, you always need a point guard, and he was the guy that got away. And he showed why that Coach DJ is batting 1,000 in this game because he did his thing. Yeah. He was the right guy. He was the right guy. You got some big time talent in that. You got Dickinson High School, you got Orlando and them at Clear Falls. I don't know all the teams in there, but I don't think people even realize. I don't even think people realize that the MVP was Alan Singleton.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he going D2. He going to Texas A&M Kingsville.
I'll say this: we'd have won more games if we'd had him.
Okay. Hey, that's an interesting one. On
the Brandon Love, it was more of a conscious decision to go with the bigs that we had. But we did go after Alan Singleton. You always got to have a point guard. Trust me.
Yeah.
Oh, you want to know the player that got away?
Yeah.
Jordan Nesbitt.
Who said?
Not my guy.
Who was that?
Jordan Nesbitt was a player that played, but got away, man. But hey, me and his dad still cool. No, we cool.
He was
Now, here's
You know, and
So-
that for me was a learning curve. Like DJ said, you know, you can't walk to the bathroom with him. So,
here's the thing though. So you guys, so we don't have this conversation about kids who got away. Next year, y'all know kids who maybe need this situation. You know, we had a capacity to fill it a lot of different ways. You know, we could have two national teams instead, depending on the level. We could have two national teams. But it's a lot of kids. It's a lot of kids really need what we was doing this year. And you can see it. You can see it when it gets down to it, and they senior year over, their choices that they have. You know, I look at a kid. I kind of almost raised Jackson Fields. You know, a lot of people don't realize how young Jackson Fields is. Jackson Fields really should be a 2023, but by age, and you guys would probably agree that he's talented. But can you imagine what he would do if he had another year?
I mean, that's true.
I saw Jackson this weekend in Dallas.
Yeah, I saw him too. He need another year. When he go, I think he's gonna go to Tarleton State, and guess what they're gonna say? He'll be all right in a year. But in a year from now, if he was where a guy like myself for a year, Tarleton State couldn't get him. That's the craziest thing. Okay, so UTEP, I told UTEP about Trent Burns and Keanu Dawes a year ago. Okay. I called UTEP maybe about 2-3 months ago, and I was just like, hey man, hey, I want to talk to you about some kids, man. Y'all missed on. He's like, yeah, we can't get those kids now. So that's how it is. Like the teams that passed on Trent Burns 6 months ago can't get him now, and they know it.
That's real, because Trent stock then went up.
And guess what? He barely tickling the tummy. He barely tickling the tummy. Like Trent is that baby that's just starting to walk. He ain't even running and jumping yet. That's a pro. You're looking at a pro. That kid gonna play in the NBA.
You know what, DJ? Hey, when I didn't know who Trent was, and I was out here at Peach Jam, and I was like, DJ, where you find him? He said,
no, I found him sitting on the bench playing 2 minutes a game. And they let him come in and shoot a couple threes. And then guess what? We started doing push-ups. We started attacking the basket. We started getting down in the stands. We started getting in his face about being a pro. And now, okay, he out there on the EYBL, dunking on kids, slapping shots, knocking threes down, and coaches are calling. They didn't realize that. I'm not talking about Devin. I think Devin is a pro also. But when Devin left and Trent was still there, they didn't realize, and no disrespect to my boy Gabe and his son, because I think Lil Winecki is a monster. I just think he's a small forward, but I respect how he go about his business. But in terms of a pro, Trent was the only prospect over there. How do you not develop that?
Say, and that's exactly where my mind is blown, because just think about, they had Mason Docks, Winecki, Raspberry. What's my boy G Day? You know what I'm talking. Mama in real estate.
Jalen Bernard.
Yeah, he got hurt. He was on the Eric Bledsoe, but he got hurt, and so I get that one. Now Justin Norris just committed to McNeese. He was a come up because Justin just kind of worked the process, and I love little Justin. I had him when he was a youngster, and so he's gonna go to McNeese State. But one of the reasons why Justin was able to separate himself is because the game is evolved around shooting. So I knew that Justin Norris and BB Knight was gonna be okay no matter what, because they was 6'5", 6'6", and they could shoot the ball. But Trent Burns, you could watch this game 20 more years and not see too many Trent Burns.
Hey, that boy John Stovall told me at the Icebreaker, He done seen that story many times before. It's just the beginning.
It's just the beginning.
It's just the beginning. And I was just like, Trent, not my dog, Trent.
Exactly.
Trent Burns.
Hey, G-Day, you see what that Orlando weather do for you? That boy came on here dropping big names, John Stone.
Did y'all wasn't hold on. Y'all wasn't in Orlando. I was in Orlando. My man was out there doing it. Yeah, he real talk. Hey, he was out there doing it. He was taking pictures with Hubert Davis, Juwan Howard. I mean, he was out there doing it. Matter of fact, I was feeling like I couldn't go out there where he was. That's how far he was out there.
Oh, since we telling the truth, okay, guess what? So look, let me set it up for you, right? It was Mo Williams, Juwan Howard, Hubert Davis, Sean May, that whole coaching staff, and guess who had their own section? DJ and the whole Live On coaches. They didn't have no college coaches. They told them to go ahead and go down there. They was by themselves, like chilling, like they owned the joint.
But Juwan walked right past me. You know, he walked right past me. So my man, he was down there doing it. He was down there doing it. Now, that was some great atmosphere. It was a lot of talent down there. Shoot, we gotta my young boys. We gotta retool and come back strong. You know, here in our next EYBL section. But it was big time talent down there.
DJ, this one right here in the comments. This one for you right here.
Okay.
This one.
What does it say?
You just got to figure out how to get them from the south side to Cypress.
You say, other than Cam Woodbury, do you have anybody else making long commutes to participate?
Oh, no question. Shoot, actually, Cam Woodbury, Calvin Green, they commute from the same spot. They Pearland. You know, and here's my thing on it. You know, once the kids are able to drive, you know, Cam's driving. You know, Calvin. You know, they drove. You know, we don't know if we're going to do it at the same time that we did it this year. We had to do it in the mornings this year because they started school at 12. We don't know if we're going to do it like that this coming year, but no, we had kids that commuted. Obviously, it is a sacrifice sometimes to do that. I transferred from Dobie High School to Marion Christian High School after my sophomore year, so I commuted 26 miles a day going, so it's 52 miles a day both ways. But I went from on the JV to 37th in the country nationally, come out with Sean Kemp and Alonzo Mourning and them kind of dudes. So, you know, playing over there with the Elijah brothers and being on that national stage where we was playing DeMatha and places in schools like that, it was worth it for me, you know, because I was like a Devin Pryor. I was a Jonathan Ogunfuyi. I was one of those kids that was 6'5", just standing in the post at an all-white school, you know, being treated like a tackling dummy. And then somebody saw my worth, and I went to Marion Christian, and I became a 6'6" left-handed shooting guard, and I went from nobody to one of the top players in the country.
Yeah, this is my thing for Houston people. Stop trying to get a close drive for success. If you driving 10 to 15 minutes to go be successful in something like basketball, you're delusional.
Exactly.
You're delusional. If you ain't driving an hour, you don't care. You ain't trying to get better. Like I'm just like I play the upper echelon sport. I play golf. How many golf courses are in Yellowstone, Texas? Besides going to Herman Park, that was it. You gotta travel if you want to be great and be around great facilities, great resources, and great individuals at your craft. Like every time I talk to a parent, they be like, "Oh, that's kind of far." I tune out. I be ready to get off the phone. I be like, "Oh, you don't want to be great. Your child don't want to be great. Y'all talking about driving."
That's what Willis told me. Willis had me driving from Pearland to Tomball, you know, to practice twice a week. Trust me.
Hey, but hold on, DJ, hold on. Hold on, DJ. But DJ, did you get paid?
Oh no. Hey, trust me. I did get paid. Shoot.
Hey, Willis paid.
Oh, wow.
Hey, Willis paid on time.
I ain't gonna lie.
DJ,
Willis do pay.
It wasn't 9 months. It didn't take 9
DJ,
months.
what type of hotels you was in?
Hey, what's the one where you get the fresh cookies when you get there?
Double tree, baby. Double tree.
Hey, no, I ain't gonna lie. Willis did do his thing.
Hey, baby. Hey. When we went to Vegas,
what are we doing the other day?
When we went to Vegas, we was in a 13-room house. DJ had his own little
I had my own,
you know what I'm saying, pool house.
Hey, nah, I ain't gonna lie, we did it big. And
what's that? Ant truck?
Ant truck, bro. Different tax bracket, bro.
Hey,
bro, the Tesla truck is delayed and Ant got one, bro.
We did it
got
big.
one and they delayed.
Is that your new whip, Willis?
They be trying to get me, DJ. They be trying to get me. They be trying to get me, dog.
Nah, I appreciate you guys, man. You know, I look at it like, man, I'm not a solo artist. You know, all of you guys. You know, some of you know me for a little time. Some of you know me a lot of time. But the truth of it is, the way I am is the way I've been. You know, my whole time. So I look at it like, hey, I need y'all to get it done. You know, I appreciate y'all. You know, y'all support. Even when I felt like you guys were not putting us where we need to be, I didn't use that as I always use that stuff as motivation. You know, I be looking on there, I be like, hold on, how G-Day and them got us below? We just
thank you. Use it as motivation, coaches. Don't get mad at us.
And Willis will tell you, I definitely used it as motivation. I never got mad because the truth of it is that's the kind of stuff every now and then, man. That's what's wrong with some of these kids. They are thinking that it's something that is not, when the truth is really out there, but they don't know it. So I had a bunch of kids that didn't know shit from Shinola, so I didn't need them to be number one. You know, I remember that first ranking. I think y'all put us like number 2, and I was like, that's not a good thing. That's not a good thing. And so, no doubt. Now, I'm gonna be number 2 again at some point, but it's gonna be legit. It's gonna be legit. I can promise you that.
Hey, you know what we need? We need to just go ahead and throw a little national event out here and just line up the guys against Texas versus everybody.
Stop that.
We take national prep schools.
Giving information out.
We'll be all right.
Ain't no question. But we'll toe the line.
Hey, G-Day, I think you need to go ahead and line it up.
I mean, shoot, y'all got G-Day.
We're gonna work something out, man. We're gonna work something out.
You got Coach here. Hey, man, y'all got the media. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the truth of it, people really rocking with y'all. So, you know, the one thing that I think y'all do a good job of, and I wish everybody would follow suit is that y'all support each other. You know, that right now we being fools if we're not understanding that we're trying to keep up with Dallas, because Dallas out front. Dallas out front for a couple of reasons. It ain't just talent. Dallas out front because of the programs. Dallas out front, even though they bicker amongst each other, when it comes down to their togetherness and when they verse everybody else, they together and they promote their kid. I've been doing this a while. What I've seen with Ball So Hard, Forever Young Films, and what I've seen in the last 2 or 3 years, I haven't seen nothing like that in this city, you know, and so I don't even have to go to the schools all the time and watch the kids. Now all I do is get on my computer, turn on YouTube, and boom, I'm watching film and stuff all day of the kids. I mean, the game is played at 7 o'clock, the video out either that night or the next morning, and so I stay in tune with the kids just by following you guys. So, and these kids, they're getting recruited based on that. Then it's that last part, the part that I got to do, the stuff that we got to do. We got to legitimize who they are, because you guys are getting a clip of them. You guys are getting a snippet of them. We got to make that snippet be what it really is in terms of their DNA. And so, but now the kids are really getting a shot here. So I appreciate you guys. I'm just going to try to keep it coming.
That boy Archie put them videos up in 15 minutes, DJ.
Look, Carter.
And then do a recap and do a recap.
But look, G-Day could do them that fast too if he wasn't busy sitting by the bathroom trying to catch dudes women.
I'm gonna start wearing a shirt that it's nice. Dog, that's crazy though. Like I'm looking at some schools in Houston, a little side eye after this conversation, because bro,
and I'm not gonna call no names, obviously, you know, but the truth of it is, man, come on, man. We just look at the kids who leaving, going out. I mean, we gotta do better. We gotta do better.
Right.
It's just, I mean, it's not good enough. I'm serious. I go to these games, and I go sit down and watch the game the same way a college recruiter will watch the game. I'm not coming there to be impressed. I'm coming there to be motivated to, hey, coaches call me. The truth of it is coaches gonna call me whether the kid play for me or not. So when I go to these games and I watch these kids and I watch the tempo, I watch the efficiency level, it's so unimpressive. But I see the extension of the coaches just parlaying through, you know, the motions and stuff. And so you don't see these kids necessarily being prepared. Maybe it's their youth, I don't know. But the truth of it is the chess pieces on the board, they done moved. It is what it is now. You're competing against the portal. So if you're 17 years old, the truth of it is you're competing against the 22-year-old transfer. That's the facts. Yes. So they looking for physical maturity, mental maturity. And if you ain't got that shit, you ain't going. Period.
Hey, that's true.
But yeah, that is a really
about not flying no more, bro.
I don't think that these kids understand that they're not just. First off, they seem like they don't understand that there's
we can hear you.
A lot of these kids act like
I can't hear me. Hold on.
You got it?
I might have went out, guys. Oh, can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you.
I did something wrong, maybe.
Can you hear us?
Tell me, a call came through. So what did that mean?
Oh, you gotta get you out the thing.
You have to exit and come back in.
Because when they call you, come back. It messes up everything.
But yeah, no, Coach Yates, you're right. The high school kids scholarships have drastically.
I can't hear myself, but you guys can hear me. I can't hear you guys.
Really?
Somebody text DJ to come in and come back out.
You may come out and come back in.
All right.
Yeah. You the pro.
Hey, that boy TJ got a new name, Bathroom.
Bathroom.
Hey, man, don't call me no bathroom. But no, Coach Yates, you're right. It's drastically changed, and a lot of kids, like Arch was saying, like I don't think they truly realize the recruitment and being recruited against the portal now. Like I just was talking to a college coach, like he was looking at high school kids on where they're going to go and possibly ready for transfer, and they ain't even got there yet.
Right. And see, it's kids that don't even fully understand that they're competing with other kids their same age in the country. Like I ask kids all of the time, like, how many 6'3" shooting guards do you think is in the nation? Just in your grade, right? And they don't even really fully comprehend sometimes. But when you add on how many 22-year-olds there are or 20-year-olds that has college experience that got your measurables, but maybe probably a little bit bigger because they started, gaining that grown man weight. Like, it's a difference. Like, it's hard, bro. Like, it's hard to go to college for basketball. I think that young men think that it's easy, and it's not.
No, it's not. Me and Willis, we coached Aaron Scott And Aaron, you know, I talked to him. He said, "Coach, you know, Aaron was one of those kids that probably should have reclassed that was younger." And so, you know, but he was so talented. He, you know, he got to North Texas State and he played. But
Right.
Aaron was like, "Coach, I'm 18 years old. Pretty much everybody that's on my team is 23, 24, almost 25 years old. You know, that's the climate.
Right.
That is the climate. So
People missed out on Aaron Scott.
well, no, I don't think they missed out on Aaron. It's just, but you got to think about it. Aaron did not get to play his 17U summer.
Nope.
The pandemic was so restricted that the college coaches didn't come out. So what the college coaches were saying is that, look, you know, we're not gonna go out and sign kids just on Zoom calls and Zoom. We're gonna have to depend on the portal. So a lot of those kids, I think Aaron was talking seriously with Iowa State and Minnesota at the time, and both of those coaches got fired. So, you know, it was really unlucky for a lot of kids. Now, kids like that gonna land on their feet, but it's true what Coach said. Some of these schools are saying, "Hey, come to us, and in 2 years you can transfer to a bigger school." So some of the smaller schools are basically they lily pag it, they jump leapfrogging the JUCOs. They basically becoming
Right.
JUCOs.
Hitting guys with that AAU sales pitch, right? I got connections with these coaches.
Exactly.
They be in the gym with us. You know what I'm saying? Come over here, we'll get you where you need to go.
Archie, you not lying, bro, because it was the coach that was like, "Oh, my peoples are on the staff over there at such and such."
Yeah.
But
Right.
it's even but some kids, like when for the Final Four, I was out in New Orleans for the Final Four, and guys I know like at Sam Houston State, guys at Northwestern State, man, watch out. And you know, a couple of the schools that I contacted was like, "Hey, yeah, we got visits coming in for the first live period, so we won't even be out at any events." Right. And you know, for me, it's like I'm going through the situation with my son who's transferring from a JUCO, who is trying to get scholarships for D2, D1s, where, like, for instance, Trey Miller and Evan both had got scholarships from Newman at the same, which is a D2. So it's like a lot of people don't understand that, like, guys like my son and these other guys coming out of JUCOs, who Evan is 21 and these kids 18, he got 3 years of college basketball. We did 2 at a D1 and then 1 at a JUCO. That's what they're looking for.
They're gonna get bumped. They're gonna
and
get bumped.
You know, and it ain't got nothing to do with it, you know. So that's the thing that I think a lot of parents and kids gotta understand about the situation right now. And Coach DJ said it best. It's like the physicality and the mental is really what kids, you know, struggle at. Like, I mean, let's just be real. I talk about it all the time. When Evan went to McNeese, he was 18. Every dude on the team was over 21. They got kids. They can drink liquor. They doing things that, you know, he not doing. And that made a big difference. And I realized it. You know what I'm saying? So there's kids now who not even as maybe talented and still not mentally ready, that's some of the biggest things that they got to understand. And that's why, like, don't turn down these JUCOs. Like, don't turn them down. You tripping. Like, you tripping. You know,
well, they don't have a choice now. Right. Yep. Now you don't have a choice. If you haven't picked up the climate now, then you're not paying attention, and you too egotistical to be successful. It's the truth of it is, if you're going into your senior year, and you don't have nothing going, then don't turn shit down. Don't turn nothing down. Hey, if it's
boys,
1/3,
fine. They need to sign, and if they don't like it at the end, you know, you find you somewhere else. But these kids got stuff and not even committed to nobody and don't know how they losing their offers.
No question.
Somebody signed before you.
Because the schools are like this. If they feel like they gotta convince you of what your level is, they move on. So if they feel like they want you, but you're coming off as if you feel like you're bigger than that level, then they move on. And then guess what? That level doesn't pick you up. And then when you realize that you're on the level that the guy was trying to call you, they done already moved on. So now you ain't got nothing.
Facts.
Yep. Yep, and then a lot of kids they'll have it like you just said, DJ. They'll go JUCO and end up right back in the same situation that they had coming straight out of high school anyway.
No question. Well, I mean, you had Jalen Weisinger that went to JUCO, who me and Willis coached. You had DJ Richards, who went all the way to Mount Berg, ended up going to University of Texas San Antonio. He could have did that straight out of high school, or so some of these guys they're thinking they're upgrading their situation, but not necessarily. And to be honest with you, it comes down to the kid. There's certain kids that they could reclass 2 years, and guess what? Their situation will be their situation. And then there's kids that can reclass a year, and all of a sudden that makes the difference between Texas State and Texas. You have to know the difference. A kid like Trent Barnes, that's different. Certain kids, they can reclass back to 2026, and guess what? You're gonna go to the same school. You're just gonna be 30 years old at the school. Them hard conversations, you know what I'm saying? Like them tough conversations. And the kids, you seen it, man. Hey, trust me, I don't give a damn. That chick can walk up the hallway 10 times, and then there's one that can walk up there just walk down and back once, and that's it. You already know. So this chick, hey, you might as well go get some more soles on your shoes, because you're gonna be walking all day. We're not gonna talk about it. It just is what it is. And then there's that one, hey, she can walk down and back one time. That's it. So people just gotta understand that. And it's the hardest thing, because they all pursuing it the best they can, but it's like a garage door going through. When you're going in, when they kids, it's like a big ass garage door, but on the way out, it's like a mouse hole. Everybody don't get out. And that's just the facts. And it's getting harder and harder. I look at a kid like me, who was an All-American, top 100 kid coming out, and I look at where I was then. If I would be now, I'd be in trouble. I was 6'8", 184 pounds. My attitude wasn't that great. My work ethic was just okay. I didn't understand the weight room. I was still kind of not being, so I would be in trouble. Whereas then, hey, I was accepted freely, but what these kids going up against now, it's almost unfair.
Is that John Uri in the comment section?
Yeah, it is.
What did he say? What did John say?
Talking about the documents.
Yeah.
You already know that's him. Come on.
When I tell you,
what's the world?
Who did Mason play AAU for? What's the best independent AAU team? Get out of here, bro.
Man.
No, hey,
Mason Dox was my favorite Houston superstar. No cap.
John,
Rob C in the gym.
John, he did his thing with Mason.
No, he did. Big time.
Yeah.
Hey, Rob.
And he did have 3 1s.
Yeah.
He did have the 3
He won a state
V1s.
championship.
Yeah.
Now, and Mason went back home and was like the player of the year for the state.
Yeah, and won a state championship.
Too.
Yeah.
They went undefeated. Yo.
And beat the number 1 team.
Mr. Raspberry.
Man, y'all got Mr. Raspberry on my case, Miss Stewart, Miss Smith on my case, man.
Hey, it's small things to a giant bathroom G.
Oh, man.
But hey, man, this show's been really good, packed with a lot of information.
Yeah.
Mr. Raspberry, I wasn't processing, man, because I was on here by myself for the first 20 minutes, and I held it down, Mr. Raspberry. So I'm just letting everybody else get their turn right now. That's all. Just let them get their turn.
I'm glad people got a chance to hear Coach DJ, man, because
I'm glad people got a chance to hear Coach DJ as well.
Yeah, and don't really know like how involved he is and stuff like that. And people be scared to talk to people nowadays. So That's a hell of a look. Whoever came up with that idea, Ant. I don't want to give the credit to Ant because he had a piano and he don't play.
Come on, man. I do. Hey, look, man. Look. Let me tell y'all something. I've been trying to get DJ to do what he doing now for probably about 5 years. He got a Twitter a year ago, and I used to run his Twitter. I used to try to get him to get on there and talk. Now he be talking about everything. He be talking about everything on Twitter. Everything. So it's just
long as they say I'm promoting the city, baby.
Hey, but if you follow Coach DJ on Facebook, just know he always in Facebook jail. Just know, because he be on there going in.
Hey, DJ, before we go, you gotta give me your catchphrase. You gotta give me all minds can go live. You gotta give me one of them. Hey, cause I read it in your voice on Twitter. All minds can go.
No question. Nah, man, I appreciate y'all, man. Hey, I ain't gonna hold you guys. I know y'all got some other stuff to talk about, but anytime, man, shoot. But now I'm looking forward to the tournament invites. The truth of it is, man, we're gonna have to talk about this even more because this stuff ain't gonna change. You got the NIL deals that's getting ready to really, really change the game, bro. Yeah. Like I don't think people realize my nephew is a freshman at Mizzou, and he led the country in block shots as a freshman. Quanzo Martin, who was the coach that got fired, he put his name in the portal, and 4 days later he was at Arkansas. And he I ain't gonna say on the bottom side, but I'm talking about, I don't think people realize what these deals are getting done with these NIL deals where these kids going into college are already in college, are signing with agents to broker their deals. Okay, and these deals are broken down over a 10-month span. And some of these deals are $600,000, $800,000. So that means in 10 months, if you got an $800,000 NIL deal, that means these kids are making $60,000, $70,000, $80,000 a month. This shit is getting crazy, and it's gonna skyrocket, and then something's gonna happen, and then it's gonna plateau to a certain level. I mean, you got guys like Nick Saban and them coming out talking about how it might be out of control. It's getting ready to be a crazy pay for play type deal, and so it's all catered to the affluent kids. So the kids that are on the median, the kids that are below, they're gonna continue to get stepped on if we don't do the things to help them catch up. You know what I'm saying? I mean, in terms of the way you guys expose them, the coverage that you give them. I mean, it's gonna take a group effort to make sure that all the kids get to go, because it's going to start being a who's who. That's what all of this is about to turn into.
Yeah, no, that's true. It's also about to hit the high school really, really heavy. NILs is already happening on the high school level. It's about to get crazy, just like Coach J said, how it is in college. For a lot of these top end kids, it's about to get crazy.
That's exactly what they're gonna be committed to.
I was balling. Hey, I got a Pell Grant in the fall and I got a Pell Grant in the spring, and you couldn't tell me I wasn't balling.
Hey, me too. Boy, them grants came right on time.
$60,000 a month.
I ain't gonna tell you.
I'd be like the boy Ice Cube on Higher Learning. I'd still be there. That's crazy.
They making more money than some people going to work 8 hours a day.
Oh yeah,
no. Think about it. They making more money than everybody going to work 8 hours a day.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, and that's why I thought it was going to be a good thing. But you got me thinking now, saying like how it's going to eventually evolve to benefit mostly the who's who, like the more privileged kids. Because I always looked at it like, these kids don't know how hard it is to get into college, but they also don't know how hard it is to be a pro overseas. So some of them think that it's easy. And I was thinking like, man, if you got a kid that got a nice NIL, this can be the most money he's going to make for the rest of his life. You know what I'm saying? So, but if it evolves to what you're saying and those kids don't get those type of opportunities, then I'm not sure that I'm as excited about it as I was 10 minutes ago.
Well, here's the deal. At some point, you know, money gonna expose who you really are. So this
Yes, it will.
we haven't seen our damn fool moment. You know, somebody gonna show up in a gold something. You know, and it's
that boy,
you know,
pulled up in the years to go back to being a border boy at San Isidro. It's out there. You just gotta pay.
Oh yeah, he already NIL, man. He been NIL.
He ain't
even been in college yet.
Pulling up with a phone. Like when I said Lamborghini years, y'all just be like, oh, okay. That's a $400,000 vehicle plane that a kid that ain't even graduated high school is driving to talk to your daughter in. It's different out here. It's different.
Yeah. And I mean, hey, you know, I played college ball.
I didn't think about that.
You pretty much everybody had pretty much the same stuff. We got, you know, it's gonna be different, man. When you're in the locker room, somebody, you know, and you got per diem money, and you know, and they getting $80,000 a month. Now the truth of it is, they pros now.
They pros.
Yeah,
they pros.
Mm-hmm. Man, that can mess up some locker rooms too, because I know that.
What? I was just thinking about that.
When people get paid in the NBA, it messes up locker rooms. So it's definitely going to
think about
in college.
Paige got the StockX deal, right? She gave all her teammates cool grades. So if you got you one of them ones in your locker room, you really good money.
Look, that's a special young person right there.
Yeah, that's a different thing right there. Yeah, that's a different thing right there. That ain't happening with everybody.
I ain't gonna lie. If I had an NIL in college, I'm not buying nobody nothing.
maybe some Wingstop that first night. Wingstop that first night.
To get 11 more pounds.
Hey, I'm not using. I'm using my flex for me.
That's special.
Oh, G-Day. So if you got the NIL out here, I can't get no pizza. I can't get no Chicago.
Now, G-Day said that if I had an NIL, I'm getting 60,000. No, we on, baby. We on.
We on. See, we on.
Hey.
I'm gonna put y'all on a different way.
I'm out here, we on, and I got $600. So you know you're gonna be on with 60,000.
Thank you. We was jamming the Boosie and Webby.
G-Day, he lying, man. He gonna share.
Yeah, G-Day gonna go lick out, man.
I'm gonna put them on. I'm gonna give them a backpack. It's gonna be filled with something. They're gonna, we all gonna make some money out here, baby.
Snowman.
Look, you gotta work
Snowman.
Yeah.
Ain't been the Snowman.
Hey.
But Coach DJ, we appreciate you for hopping on, man. Anytime you got anything to say, you know you're always more than welcome.
Yep. I'm
all right, DJ, man. I'm gonna hit you up for sure.
Yeah, y'all let me know, man, and I appreciate y'all. I'm gonna do the chop shop tomorrow. It's gonna be, you know, I know, you know how it is with Hicks, man. You know what Hicks do. He just put the bullets in the gun on the table. He let you shoot everybody.
Yes, sir.
It's real Russian roulette.
Real Russian roulette out here. He about to ask all of just messy ass questions.
Yep.
Hey, so man,
how much was he supposed to pay you? How much did he promise?
Yeah. He hey, you know what he gonna do? He just lay the bullets on the table and put the gun there and just be like, you know, hey man, so how you feel? You know. But nah, I'm out, man. I appreciate y'all. Y'all stay up.
I appreciate you, Coach.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it. Man, this man needs to stop playing talking about whoever paying me, man.
Man, that was action packed, man.
It was.
Appreciate that.
Man, I didn't even think about that NIL stuff. Man.
Bro, how does Paye finally get his first D1 offer today as a 2-time state champion?
Who
I'm
did?
tripping.
Clarence Paye. And Cade Dotson too. Cade Dotson got an offer from Lamar too.
But you should be recruiting your own backyard though. Like,
I'm not mad at Lamar. Lamar doing their job. I'm talking about everybody else.
Well, he's still relatively young. I don't know of a lot of D ones that has been openly recruiting 2024s like that up until recently. So they're not. I mean, they're
gonna get food, babe.
Like Ant was saying. I talked to a bunch of them that was only sending one coach out this past weekend because they were focusing on transfers. So that's the only reason I can see why he wouldn't be, on fire right now. And then another thing is, I mean, he is the third option behind two of the best options in Texas, right? So
Austin are gone.
I know. I mean, but I'm saying up until this point. So like next year, I would have expected for Clarence's recruitment to pick up throughout this summer and then even more during the school season.
Yeah, this is just the beginning, right?
Touch on that staff that didn't come out because they were focused on portaling. I'm gonna call a spade a spade. All right, those colleges were broke boys because I saw private planes leaving Indiana and coming to Orlando same day. So certain programs are broke boys, and they had to divert their resources the best way they could.
Right.
Everybody
Every
not
recruiting
playing
budget is not made the same.
Well, I wasn't saying that to say any. I wasn't saying that to say anything about anybody's recruitment budget, but I was saying that because it was significant to me of how much focus and attention they were putting on transfers, right? So, like, if you are maybe you're in a good conference, but you're not up there with the top of your conference, and your job might be on the line, you're going to trust a kid that just averaged 25 at a D2 before you trust a kid that averaged 25 at Beaumont United, right? So
I agree with that.
So that it really struck me because I was like, hey, y'all are really focusing, and it dawned on me, like I knew that it was affecting the class of 2022, but I didn't know how much. Now, this next weekend, people should be everywhere, right? Because the transfers when do the transfers have to sign?
It's already done. They had to be signed and delivered in that small ass window. That's why
right.
They had to. So like I don't know. I think college coaches was very misleading when they made that statement of we're not gonna really be out there like that. I really just think, we didn't really do our homework. And we know this kid is coming from another college-ready program, so this is a lot easier for me to try to sign, seal, and deliver versus, I got to send somebody to go sit in the gym and really do my due diligence. Like, a lot of it is, I'm not going to blame the kids. I'm going to blame a couple of staffs out here. I've seen some staff, like, regionally that just really missed the nail on the head on a lot of things. Right, but
they're not trying to get the kids in high school. G-Dot, they trying to get kids where if you're in the Southland and you like Lamar, McNeese, or even if you with Sam Houston, schools like that, they trying to get the guys who transferring down from the big schools. They not worrying about the kid who is a high school 22 kid who haven't touched one floor yet on a college floor. They looking for the guy who transferring down, who averaged maybe 10 points on a high level of college where they think, well, he can do 15, 20 for us. That's what they looking for. It's not about them not doing their research. It's, well, I'm going to recruit the guy who already got the stats on a Division I level. And that's just what it is, because all your low major schools were having visits. Sam Houston, McNeese, Abilene, like all those schools that was in the Southland, the WAC, Texas A&M, like Texas A&M Corpus Christi won the Southland this past year. They had all transfers on their roster this year. From North Texas, the guard.
You said a couple of schools. You said a couple of schools
in region. I'm talking about the region.
I'm willing to bet you they aren't any better.
But the thing about it is, you can't say that when you got a team like Texas A&M, Corpus Christi, who won in Southland and they had all transfers.
Yeah, but they
all
also
transfers.
Staff, didn't they? Wasn't they forced to have all transfers?
No,
Didn't they have a new?
I mean, yeah, but that's what they wanted to do. Though they're doing it now. I just talked to the coach the other day. That again, they are recruit. They only have maybe 1 to 4 offers for 2022. That's high. Everything else, they're going straight to the portal because they want to win now. Like these schools that's in the WAC, Southland, you know, like they looking for the kid who transferring down from the Pac-12 or the Big Ten or you know your Big Sky. Like all them kids transferring down because they got numbers. That's how they feel. If I got a 21-year-old kid who averaged 10 points on a college level, and I got a high school kid who's 17, 18, who maybe was a, you know, top 5 in his city or maybe top 50 in the state, I'm going for that college guy. That's just what it is.
Right. And if once one program does something and they're successful with it, the other programs tend to start copying, you know, what they're doing. So if Corpus Christi won the Southland with all transfers, it's going to be some other schools that's going to be like, all right, well, this is something we need to focus more on because they found success with it. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. And that's all. That's how it's always been. So if you got Texas A&M Corpus Christi winning Southland with all transfers, oh well, we got to get us some older guys too.
G-Day. At the beginning of college basketball, we're gonna take all the greater Houston colleges, greater region in the region, and we're gonna break down their rosters and we're gonna see if the formula worked or not. Because I'm not gonna lie to you. I just don't see it. I see it happening for certain programs. Of course, you're gonna strike iron, right? But it just like we tell the kids, it ain't no steps to skip this process. It's the same thing that go with these coaching staffs. It ain't no steps to skip. Okay, you go get a portal kid. Cool. He got the numbers. Cool. Can you handle the attitude? Can you handle the issues? Like, I just think it's a lot that we will. And don't get me wrong, what y'all two said was not wrong at all. I just get the feeling like, y'all just trying to shortcut this shit, and you not doing your due diligence out here. I don't like that.
And bro, and it sucks for the high school kids, right? Like, because that's who's getting hurt the most. I see Herb ask the question, who do you prioritize? The kid that's going to be on. Well, it depends. Like, there's so much pressure on these coaches to win and win now that, yeah, they're going to prioritize the kid that's going to be there next year and can make an impact next year because their job is dependent on winning. They're on the hot seat, right? So if you have a coach like McDermott at Creighton who's going to be there no matter what, now he can focus a little bit more on some of those more developmental high school kids. Like, hey, we bring him in, we like his size, we like his skill set, but if he don't pan out to where he can't play this year, it's okay. We cool with playing him in 2023. A lot of coaches don't have that luxury. You know, a lot of them is getting
great job with Tricky Trey at Creighton. I love how you mentioned that. They did a great job.
But the leading scorer was a transfer from a Division II school.
Yeah. Right.
So again, like they just offered the kid from San Antonio, Devon
Santoro.
Santoro, exactly. Who was a late? He's 6'6", 6'7". That's a late pickup. But again, when he get there, he's not gonna be right away ready to play. Like he's not. It just is what it is. So again, you talking about a kid who's 6'6", 6'7". So when we really look at it, the kids who in the ranges of 6 foot to 6'3", who think they're Division I ball players, I'm sorry. That's you got tough cooking. That's just being real. The guys who are above 6'5", okay, you got a chance, especially if you playing the 2 and the 3 legitimately and can guard. But again, now if you 6'7" and you play the 5 and you can't guard, you not Division I is out of the question. They looking for 6'8", 6'9". 6'10". That's just what it is. That's just how
I always say D1 is just not right now. Because you don't never. I've seen kids go to JUCO programs. I've seen kids go to prep schools that just make that big of a leap developmentally. So I try not to tell a kid that he's not D1, but I will say, like, look, your measurables, your skill set, you're just not D1 right now. Right.
And I agree with you, Arch. I agree with you. And I think some people understand it.
Yeah, it's nothing wrong with having to take that extra step and going to Paris. Paris JUCO has been a good JUCO for years, bro. Like, that's good for dudes, right? Get another year of development. Get accustomed to the speed of the game. Get a little bigger. Maybe get a little bit more athletic. Next year, you're 6'9", athletic, maybe more consistent from 18 feet out. Now you look attractive to a Ole Miss or a Mississippi State.
But even like me and G, they talked about the other day, even with Chris, you got some guys like right now that's finna take some walk-on spots, and most people gonna think they're not Division I, and probably in 2 years they're gonna get some Division I time, like the kid at U of H, and we would say, well, he's not a Division I guy, but in 2 years he'll be playing. So was he a Division I guy? You know, or some kids who go JUCO or go D2. He'll walk on. He from what school? He from Austin, I think. Chris is saying he's from Austin, the white kid. That's the only walk on the team.
Say, I saw him the other day while we was filming. You know what that boy was doing? Shooting on the gun.
No, but I'm just saying.
Hey, I thought that was the kid you was talking about. Look, no frills, no nothing, no coaches. He alone set the gun up himself, shot on the gun himself, bust down the gun himself. Like, bro, these kids not built like that. They not built like that.
No.
And G-Dot, you was on the phone. You was on the phone with me the other day. All my MAC head coach contacts, they all got fired.
Hey, G-Day is the Grim Reaper of the MAC. Everybody he named was like, oh, nope, they don't rate them no more.
I ain't the Grim Reaper.
That ain't on you, G-Day.
That ain't on me. Hey, they got to win. You got to win. You want to keep your job? You got to win.
Exactly.
Yeah, G-Day did hit about 12 of the coaches.
Yeah, it's 14 teams in the MAC conference.
Yeah,
and about 10 of them had new.
I got a lot of contacts, and 8 of them came back. They in between jobs right now. So, hey.
Yeah, it was new staff. Yeah. That whole
nothing I can do about that. That ain't. But yeah, they got to win right away.
You know who got a great opportunity? And I watched this opportunity kind of flourish, I think. So I was baseline with Chris Beard, right? And Jackson Prince, the white kid from Duncanville, he came in, was a great teammate, hit 1 3 ball in the corner when they was already up for the championship.
And what does he have a walk on at?
A walk on at the University of Texas. And so he didn't get that until a month after. But I'm not gonna lie. If I'm him, I'm telling everybody, don't recruit me. I know I'm walking on that. Why not?
Okay. Yeah. But I'm saying, like, but think about that. So in 2 years, if he develops in that, then we would say now, like, well, damn, did we think he was a Division I ball player at UT? Exactly.
But the way that boy can shoot the ball is Division
I'm just
I.
saying.
The only thing that don't make him D1 is that he no taller than Grayson. But other than that, bro, that boy got a strapper. I don't know how Dallas Showtime got 2 of the best white shooters on 17s and 16s, but they got both of them in the States. Like, Showtime got 2 of the. I don't understand how another EYBL team. I get Pro Skills not needing nobody because they got Steffi. Drive need a Caucasian shooter. All that athleticism to kind of bust down teams going against zone.
G-Dot pulled one of my moves.
Think about the EYBL teams that don't that look. JL3 had Brody. That was supposed to be a premium on shooting. You feel me? So what I'm saying is, if you're a specialist and you know your role, there's still some love out here for you. But kids don't want to put in the work. Like, Like, bro, somebody gonna hit Jackson Prince, and he gonna be on the EYBL team before the end of the summer, just for maybe one session. He got the skill set. So that walk-on position that kids was frowning upon is looking a lot prettier now.
Right.
Jordan, don't he play baseball though?
Who?
Yeah, he going for baseball.
Hey, G-Day, Hayden going to what? TAMU? Which school?
A&M.
He going for baseball.
They play baseball.
Oh, okay.
Baseball.
Okay. He finna go get that money.
Go get that money, Hayden.
He finna go get that money, bitch.
And then let me
He
borrow
finna
$5.
get that money. Because he gonna be at school playing in the minor leagues getting paid.
Yeah.
Hey, really,
NIL
baseball
money.
had the first NIL if we want to keep it above.
Yeah, if you want to be up.
Like, baseball had the first NIL. You go to school, we'll come and get you. When you're done, we'll draft you. But you finna, we're going to make life a little easier for you. Now, all of a sudden, a black sport gets some money. Yes, it was. I was there. I was filming the game across the way. He was down some players, but that wasn't a bad game.
Who is that? IRS?
That would be Doug.
I just finished my taxes.
He said the IRS.
I just finished my taxes, so I saw documents and I got
he close to the
IRS. I already took enough.
He close to the IRS.
I did my taxes last week, Arch, man.
Oh my goodness.
He be stealing just like the tax people. He be stealing.
Hey, look! I got the amount of money I had to pay. I almost called Anthony to see if I could borrow some money.
Oh man, bro.
He always got some.
Yeah, man, we appreciate everybody for tuning in. Live period sessions 2 is coming up. Hey, AAU coaches, make sure you do y'all due diligence. Find out where the college coach is going to be. Hit them up, bug them, make them come out, make them watch. Assistant, second assistant, grad assistant, head coaches, all of them. Make them come out, make them watch your games, hold them accountable. Texas is a hotbed right now. Had them get in on the party. First live period, Houston teams did really good all across the board, no matter where they was playing. Just shows that Houston is not as down as what everybody makes it seem. Shout out to all those guys, everybody preparing to go out for their second live period. I hope Houston does well again. It makes us all look good. And I'm going to do my part by pushing kids. I know Arch is going to do his part, and we need y'all coaches to do y'all parts as well. I know some of y'all coaches is already hitting up college coaches already. We just want everybody to do their parts, man, so that we can all make sure that we're doing what's best for the kids and not self-gain and not what's best for us, man. Any final words y'all got before we close this show out?
Shelton injured. Put that paper down. Anyways,
he back this week, baby.
Yeah, he back for the live period.
Ooh.
He back this week, baby.
So that JL3 about to be 6'5" and up.
I just want to let y'all know. My team is currently outperforming y'all teams this summer right now. I just want to put that out there.
Yeah, you got the young guys.
Because you picked all young kids that's still in school.
Duh.
All our kids went to college already.
Come on,
get out of here.
Carter, when do Shelton get back?
This week.
Really?
Yeah, he's playing this weekend.
Wow. Hey, real quick question. This is a question that I don't know. Maybe I don't know the rules. G-Day is like, Bathroom G is always up on the rules. What is preventing parents that are going to these live period events? Like, I'll be in South Carolina. If I was a parent, man, like I would print out like not necessarily business cards, but like maybe a graphic card with my kid, the team he plays for, measurables. And then just hand them out. You can't do that. If
you don't come from coaches. That's why they keep the coaches away from the parents, so they don't.
I'm gonna find a way. I want my look. Y'all talk about walk-ons earlier. My kids cannot walk on. Like, you got to get somebody to pay other than me.
Yeah, no, there's ways to do it.
They too prideful, Art.
Yeah.
Well, even if you don't want to do that, just leave them in the bathroom like they used to do at the Roxy.
AJ Bates, Lamar.
Okay. Yeah, you gotta be really out. You gotta really work. If I mean, there's ways to do it, like you said, Arch. It is. I mean, you can't walk over to the college coaches section and just start passing them out because security is they ain't gonna let you come over anyway.
Right.
Now, as the coach is walking by, you can, hey, coach, you can, slide in his hand, whatever. Or depending on the event, I know some events, college coaches park at certain spots. Other events, they park where everybody else park. You see that coach pull up and you leaving the gym and you know he going in, you see his car, go pull up the windshield wiper, set it down, bloop. Like, there's lots of ways to do it, man. People got to be creative and they got to grind. They got to work at it.
Right, and it just dawned on me because this last weekend in Indy, like, the coaches that I didn't know that were coming up to me and I was introducing themselves, I was just giving them my card. Like, all right, well, yeah, whatever you need, just let me know. The Zion?
Amir.
Oh,
that's Amir Ali.
Yeah, I can't see.
The whole timeline blowed up. He got
he is on super fire. But yeah, man, I was just giving the coaches my cards, like, hey, coach,
No, yeah.
And I was like, if I was a parent, I could be doing the same thing and
you could
promoting my child.
Yeah, Yeah, no, that's a good point that you bring across. Before we get off, that's exactly right. Parents can do the same thing that we do.
But organizations can do it too, right? Like if you had an organization print out graphics with you post them on Twitter anyways, just take the picture that you posted with your schedule and your roster and print it out and hand it to the coaches. Try to see if you can get some of them coaches that's watching that other court to come watch your court, at least 15 minutes of one game, right?
Yep.
I don't know.
Ant's a witness. Last year, I would stop coaches, like, hey, come check this out. And then if the coach is intrigued, I introduce them to Ant, blah, blah, blah. It is what it is. Boom. So now the AAU director, the AAU coach now has access to the college coach and not just one party. But yeah, so like you're saying, like parents, coaches, everybody can do it. They just don't, Arch, man.
Right. So Ant, for you having an organization that you want your kids to get recruited, obviously, would something like that be beneficial to you, or would that be something that you would encourage your parents to do on more of an individual basis?
Well, for me, it's something I feel like we should do. And I mean, me and Chris, we have our methods of how we're doing it and how we're getting the information to the coaches, just to kind of build that relationship with the coaches, even if they're not recruiting or want to recruit one of our kids, if they're not on that level. But I think for parents, if they understand it and know how to approach the coaches, then yes. But I think some parents don't know or understand the recruitment. So, you'll get the John Does running up on coaches with the kid who can't, chew bubble gum and run up the court at the same time. Right. And then college coaches will be like, hey, and then it'll get to a certain level. But what you're saying is correct. I think the better thing is we have to get better with the updated technology and what we do of, getting a coach, because it still is hard for coaches to see everybody. So even if you got something that you can get a coach with, your players' film and stats on it and things like that, to where even if they don't come watch a game, they see a film of it, maybe they contact you later about the kid and come check it at another live period. I mean, you still did your job diligently, because at the end of the day, you got that information in that kid in that coach's hands. And there's so many ways now, man, so many different ways now that you can do it that is very beneficial. Like you said, the graphics, you got different things, send out links and stuff, all that type of different things you can do now. I just think it's up to the coaches to do their jobs diligent. But also I think it's one of those things is make sure that I'm always a true believer in you know, face value is what's important. So make sure whatever coaches you get in contact with, your kids' face value is what you're, you know, contacting, you know. So
yeah, Mr. Dudes, there's nothing wrong with sending out your summer schedule. But make sure the coaches is actually opening your emails and reading them. I may do a little something to show y'all how to make sure coaches are reading your emails and deleting them. Because there's ways that you can send emails to where it lets you know who actually opened it and who didn't open it. And so, and then there's lots of coaches, like a lot of coaches I hit, like they waited after the live period to hit me back and then say, well, how did so-and-so do? Like, and so you have that aspect as well.
Like, man, I told you to go watch them. What you didn't even have to ask me if you want to watch. And look, G, I don't even come watch a whole game. I'll be like, look, I know you're busy. Just 15 minutes. If you don't like Keanu Dawes in 15 minutes, cool, coach. Go, go watch Team Loaded or whoever you want to go watch. But just give me 15 minutes. So now you want to ask me after this, how he do. Well, you should have came.
Yep.
Should have came.
Always. Yeah, a lot of coaches still watch Huddle. They go back and rewatch Baller TV. Like a lot of phone calls I got was from coaches going back and watching either the whatever live stream that they watch. And so it's still that aspect as well. But like Arch said, if you coaches come up shaking your hand, you exchange information. Like that's really the first step, man, to really get coaches engaged. Like that hand-to-hand shake, the conversation, and parents talking as they're walking out the doors and all that stuff. But like Ant was saying, be realistic. If you know your kid ain't, if South Dakota is in the gym, which is a D1, and you know your kid can't compete at that level, don't be like, hey, well, this is a small school, so I'm gonna try. Just don't waste their time, because then it's gonna look bad on the program in the end, and they're gonna think that every kid on that team plays that way.
Right.
So yeah, we appreciate everybody for tuning in, man. We know I held y'all long today, 2 hours 30 minutes, went a whole hour over. Bathroom G.
Bathroom G.
We got Rob C.
with a big old glass of Casamigos.
And Coach Ant, man, we appreciate everybody. This is the Shot Clock. We out.